human being. I am an animal. Cold-blooded. It's time. Jason Ellis. It's the Jason Ellis Show!
Viking, Moose Knuckle, Red the Dragon, Knight, Danger, Canada, Uncircumcised, Philanthropy, Stupid Stuff, Supercross, Pain, Nipple, Machete, Fashion, a scintillating bloodbath of hellacious fury, Evil, Cannabis, Interesting Thing, Awesome! Radio.
I love you. You are so dear to me. I love you. You are so pretty.
There's a toenail with a dick on it.
It's the Jason Ellis Show. Jason Ellis.
I'm thinking I'm back.
Michael Tully.
The United States of fuck you.
Andrew Groose.
It all made sense to me.
Kevin Kraft.
I might be better suited for the future.
And Will Pendarvis.
Fuck yeah, I'm Will Pendarvis.
Jason Ellis.
Ellis is blowing up.
This is the Jason Ellis Show.
Man, this is so hot. I have to jerk off.
Check it out. You know how Russians are tough. You can't say that Russians aren't tough. I mean, maybe you could show me a Russian who isn't tough, but most Russians are tougher than the average other person who isn't Russian. And I reckon that's because it's cold. I reckon cold makes you tough. So if you're cold, if you get cold more, then you're tougher. And if you're tougher, then I think that helps you live longer. Only if you wanted to live longer. Otherwise, fucking get hot and die. What's carpal tunnel? Is that when your wrist hurts?
Yeah.
I think so. Or your hands.
Yeah.
Ever since
Fingers?
I started
Or when you drive underground with more than one person in the car.
I always do. I only go underground. Ever since I started working at this new facility, the table is in this weird thing where I hold the mouse and it makes my wrist go numb every day. I'm getting... Can I sue Sirius, Will? Because it's giving me carpal tunnel. Is that what it is?
Sure, go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
You wouldn't be the only person in the company to walk around with like a bowling kind of contraption on your wrist.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Well, I might be interested in a magnet. I don't care how they work. I heard magnets make your wrist feel better. Or I could just hold it underwater more. I actually had my wrist out of the water because I was holding the phone to time myself. I finally figured out. I broke up the ice last night out of my freezer and threw the giant blocks out onto the sidewalk. And
Saw that. It looked fun.
it was fun. Yeah. Some of them really shattered. My daughter was letting off some steam, Bennett, so that was pretty cool. Sorry, it goes with the sentence. So, but I finally got it to like a reasonable temperature. It's 40, I guess, is what the...
You're just talking about the freezer that you sit in.
Yeah, I got it
Okay,
down to.
I got it.
I got it up to 40 degrees. So now, for the first time, I got to get in there and do the 3 minutes. Maybe I saw somebody already say that Ryan Hughes does 5 minutes at 30. I don't know. I'm like, that's. I'm contemplating making it a little warmer. I felt like that 3 minutes really hurt. I'd be okay with it if it was just maybe 45. Does that make me a vag? But I don't know.
How about we bump it up to 80?
I don't understand how you do 5 minutes in 35 degrees or whatever it is. It just starts to burn. I guess maybe you just get used to it. But I also found that maybe mine is a little too small because I noticed that Ryan Hughes at the end, he leans back and puts his face under. I don't know. Maybe I couldn't. Maybe it's because I had my phone in my hand. I couldn't figure it out. But I jumped out and then I put my face in. Maybe I blew that too. But like I said, baby steps. But I do believe that it really does work. I got Katie in there. She went in twice today. She can't do 3 minutes, but she does, like a minute and a half 2 times. So I guess it kind of adds up. I guess you get used to it the more you do it. But I was thinking, Will, you that's not snowboarding and that's not That's not running and boxing and stuff. That's just you. What do you call? Because it lowers inflammation and stuff. So it might even help you sleep.
That's kind of interesting.
Because if you Google it, there are a lot of benefits, and then the sauna is supposed to help as well with the infrared. And I do have it right there. Like you could just use that and then go in the thing. I don't care.
I could do the sauna all day.
Yeah.
The cold thing, I cannot take. It drives me nuts. Like even
Have you done it?
Cold water from a shower.
Oh, dude.
I can't take it. I can't.
What do you mean you can't take it? You've done it. You've done it, and you freaked out.
Yeah.
You don't think you could do it just for the benefits of it?
It's very uncomfortable.
What about the benefits of me watching you in it?
I know exactly. Video. On
Dingo
internet.
was supposed to come this morning, and he popped a tire apparently. So I guess if you pop a tire, you can't go. But I was thinking.
I popped my tire.
I was thinking because that Wim Hof guy that I don't know much about, but he's out.
He's
in
the guy who breathes on glaciers.
Yeah, he breathes. But he has people all hang out. They all hang out and they all go to one place where it's a giant cold plunge, and they all do the cold plunge. And I thought, I really do believe that it makes you feel better. Like it's like a good thing to do, and it wouldn't cost that much. Like if you really wanted to, because I feel like it's better than a massage. And I can't. Who can afford a massage 5 days a week? I don't even know. You know what I mean? Like P. Diddy. That's who. So you could just go in this, and it's like $175 for the freezer. Bob's your uncle. It's in the garage, and you're kicking ass. Got a hose.
How good would the sauna be? Just the sauna.
Okay. Well, anybody else could just use the sauna if they came over to my house.
Oh,
but if
thanks.
you came because of the show and because of video content and a discussion of afterwards how you went in it, then you got to go in there because it's going to be hilarious. Look at my video. Imagine you doing what I just did.
All right. If I use your sauna, I will use your freezer as well.
Does that mean you don't show it off?
Right.
But what about if you did? What about if we did? Because one time I saw Aubrey Marcus do it at his house, and then I think I saw Ryan Hughes do it somewhere where they make the pool super cold, and then they pour tons of ice in there and make it even colder, and then everybody gets in there. It's like a group icing.
I mean, the whole purpose of this is
we can all breathe together,
heal your sore
Synergize.
muscles, right?
Yeah, but just reduce inflammation of life of your body. You'll feel better even if you're not sore from working out. And if you do the hot cold thing, it like flushes your system out. So it like revitalizes you. You actually feel revitalized.
I did.
I'm already vitalized. I'm good.
You're not.
Yeah, you were never unvitalized in the first place, Will.
You've never been vitalized. You haven't been vitalized since you were down by the bayou hunting for alligator, for gators. That's, you got to get it out. You don't want to try? You can wear a Dickies shirt and shit,
I don't want to. There's several things I don't want to do. And getting into your freezer after being in a sauna is not one of them.
What about if I made the pool freezing cold and I bought tons of ice and you just went in the pool with everybody? Freezing cold water for 3 minutes, everybody.
You're getting warmer.
Because then you could hold hands with people. Is that why?
I'd have to be fully dressed.
What about if we had a giant barbecue and I just got and a big pool full of freezing cold water, and everybody could do, whatever you want to do beforehand to warm up, or don't, I don't care. And then everybody gets in there.
Can I wear what I have on right now?
Yeah.
I'll consider that, yeah.
I'm trying to think how you would make a community freezing cold pool that was like in a park thing. It's kind of impossible, right?
Sounds like you just want to join the Polar Bear Club.
I don't want to be with those people, though. I want to be with us. What the fuck? It's different. It's us, the people that don't do it.
Well, then it sounds
Who
like
are the polar bear
you
people?
want to get. That's the old guys who jump in.
Yeah, I don't want to go with
freezing
them.
water on.
No, I want people to
New
listen to the
Year's
show
Day.
to go make your own one. I mean, you should just try it. I would never have thought of it, but I reckon it's a really good idea. You feel really good. Maybe you'd be invested in going in the cold plunge. It's not, like I said, it's not like this weird, impossible thing that you can't afford.
I did the freeze chamber.
The cryo thing?
Yes.
Yeah, see, that might be. I don't know how much those are, but I'm pretty sure that's expensive to have it.
It looks expensive.
Right.
I did that, and that sure pissed me off.
It pissed you off.
I hated that. I hated
Yeah,
it.
I feel like you can see right when I get in, there is a small part of like, oh man, but
You've got your game face on for sure. Every time you get in that plunge, you look like you're fearing for your life.
well, dude, I've been in there 3 times, and all 3 times, this is the first time it wasn't 0. So I was kind of expecting, massive amounts of pain, but I was like, okay, this is okay. I started to figure out how to breathe through it, but man, the first 3 times it was total backfire.
How does it not even freeze at 0? I thought 0 was the freeze point.
Well, that's what I turned it off, but it just stayed. That giant frozen donut. It was becoming one giant block. I just turned it off just in time.
I mean, water freezes at 32.
Well, it depends
But I
whether
guess
they're
that's-
talking Fahrenheit or Celsius.
Oh yeah, which is yours set to?
I don't know.
If it froze at 0, then that's Celsius.
It could be in clompers.
It's probably in clompers. That's what because I got that thing that floats in there. I don't know what it's in, but it just said for the first couple of days it was just above 0, I guess, and then
Or is
now it's on 40.
does it
So
only
whatever that
freeze when
means.
the outside temperature is 32?
I don't know, and I don't think it happens
Excuse me?
instantaneously.
Wait, what's that?
Does water freeze when the air is 32 degrees or when the water turns 32 degrees?
Oh, well, the water becomes the temperature. Like, if you put something in the refrigerator, sooner or later, the stuff in the fridge is the same temperature as the fridge. Same basic
Okay.
principle.
So how'd you get in the water at 0 degrees? That's gnarly.
Yeah, that sounds like Fahrenheit.
I don't know what you guys are saying.
Sounds horrible.
Well, there's 2 different ways
It
of measuring.
burns.
There's 2 different ways of measuring it. The Canadian people would be hearing a completely different thing than the American people when you
Okay.
say those numbers.
I'm pretty sure Australia does something different too.
Yeah, they do the Canada thing.
Okay.
Everybody in the world does one thing,
Oh,
and
that
America
thing
does
where you
another.
didn't. We
Yeah,
didn't change.
it makes it that much. It makes it so much easier to remember. Like, oh yeah, water freezes at 0 rather than the way we do it. Like, actually, water freezes at 32.
Yeah, see, it's definitely a different way around because people recommend. Because I saw somebody saying that somebody has it in the 30s, and they can't be freezing. They're in it. How can you be in it for 5 minutes if it's freezing?
Yeah.
That's hypothermia, isn't it?
Hey, Will, what about if we compromised and we all go to my place and play Mario Kart and I turn the AC on really high?
Yeah, okay, I'll do it.
Yeah, that's a great video. I can't wait to see that. Speaking of videos, Ellis Mania fights are on YouTube. Nobody liked officialjasonellis.com for the free videos. So it's just on YouTube. You guys use YouTube, right? Everybody's got a YouTube. Well, guess what? Jason Ellis on YouTube. It's got all the fights from Ellis Mania. You can just watch them all individually. And the show's on there right now. Ugh. Will could be on the camera right now if he came in, but he doesn't want to be. What? That's not me. You like behind or something? Oh, there he is. Whew.
There you are.
All right, get me off.
Yeah, they made the wrestling match look really cool.
Yeah, I want to see that.
It didn't make it look really cool. It really was that cool. We're amazingly
point.
good wrestlers. Fuck, I can't believe how good of wrestlers we are considering we don't wrestle. I mean, now we do, but
We don't wrestle or watch it.
it's not too late. I know, but that could be our thing. That's what separates us. We don't copy anybody. We're not copycats. We're originals. I don't know. I'm pretty into it.
That was pretty exciting.
Thinking about doing one in Austin. I also am contemplating doing one on ice or
Ellis Mania on ice?
Yeah. on a boat.
Yeah, cruising for a bruising's a no-brainer.
Big fucking mega boat.
Can I do big fucking mega boat before? Because I think next summer would be perfect for Ellis Mania 2020. But who's gonna let me use their boat? Wrestling and boxing in a boat. I guess it's cool.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, that can be arranged. So many dickheads have cruises. I think booking a cruise at this point is about as complicated as booking a venue for like a band to play at. It's got to be.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta look into that because I think Ellis Mania 1819 on a boat. Still warm too. It's summertime.
When are you next summer?
No.
This summer?
Yeah.
Yes,
Before 2020.
It ought to be warm this summer.
It's right.
Yeah.
Like a boat that goes near those warm areas of water in San Diego.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
No, not exactly.
Me neither. But still.
It looks like people have managed to book a nudist cruise, a knitting cruise.
Yeah.
There's a vampire cruise,
Mm.
a zombie cruise.
Yeah, we did a thing on the show years ago because we were talking about doing this so many years ago that
Zombie cruise.
we did.
Damn, our wrestling
Everybody
looks
just-
really good. It really looks great.
Here we go. Yeah, in 2015. Yeah, Cougar Cruise, Trekkie Cruise, Vampire Cruise, Steampunk.
Cougar Cruise is
Yep.
where, man, I want to go on that.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll check that out.
Duck Commander Cruise. Those were the days.
Duck Commander?
Yeah.
Is this like one place that does all those cruises, or you're just seeing all the different cruises? They're all different boats.
All different. Yeah, cruise with actress Jane Seymour.
How big is that boat? It's not very big, right? Is that a small cruise?
There was
Just on a rowboat.
There was a Saw cruise.
How big is the cruise?
Richard Simmons had a cruise.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I would go to that.
Motorhead at that point had Motorhead's motorboat.
Were they on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, along with Slayer, Anthrax, Suicidal.
See, that's different. We
Hatebreed,
That's gigantic. We can't have a cruise like
Fireball Ministry. No, but there was Shiprocked, headlined by Limp Bizkit, also featuring Living Colour.
that. What?
Yeah, Weezer had a cruise. 311 have had a cruise for
Yeah,
some time.
I've heard about
Train,
that.
Kenny G.
I think the Impractical Jokers have a cruise.
It's not too late to do a cruise.
The Do You Believe cruise featuring Wayne Smith as Cher.
What's up, Ellis fam? Do you really want to go? Would you go on a cruise if I put a boxing ring on a cruise and we went? How many days you go on a cruise and have an Ellis Mania? Is it just one night, right?
I think they would probably want you to do like maybe minimum of 3.
Yeah.
3 nights.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you do for 3 nights?
Maybe just schedule other event.
Like a show?
Drag show.
Who's in the drag show?
Well, anybody wants to be.
Will.
Wait, you don't want to be in that? Wait, what about if I got? Do we have friends that'll do a drag show? Do I have it? Like, I guess Frank could get a bunch of people to be on the boat to do a drag show. Do
I
you
think
really want a drag show?
Listeners should compete against people from the show.
Wait, listeners should compete against listeners on the for what?
From people on the show for like maybe Tully and Kevin and you and
Should compete at what?
Drag.
Thumb wrestling?
drag racing. You know, drag stuff.
Oh, we should all dress drag.
You're
Yeah.
very committed to this element
I just
all of a sudden, Will.
it's a thing that popped into my mind. I'm thinking you do some various activities. You said the guy playing Cher on the boat.
What's the message though? So when I do Alice Mania on the boat cruise and everybody has to dress as drag for the whole 3 days.
No, not for 3 days.
Oh, okay.
It's just one tiny part of a many.
okay.
things that
So
go
just
on.
one evening, everybody's gonna be in a
drag night.
drag night. All right. So you have a drag night outfit that you bring. Okay. That's not that bad. Everybody on the boat is dressed as a lady. What about ladies?
Men.
They're dressed as men?
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet.
And then it turns into a big weird orgy.
It's
Well,
not
do you have to-
mandatory, and no, that's not.
No, the Fuck Fest is mandatory.
Yeah, no, that's the next night.
It's not mandatory. There's no fuckfest. You're gonna ruin it if you do a fuckfest.
We could invite some stand-up comics on the show on the boat and do a
We could
comedy
do
show.
a comedy night one night,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
And then Alice Mania another night, and a best what do you call it? Wait, I
Best
hate
dick
cruises,
contest?
But if you do one, it would be so much fun. Okay, well, one person that is a friend of mine
Mhm.
said he'll go, which is great because he's not gonna buy a fucking ticket. we got to get. How many people do you need to do a cruise where you don't? You know, what I mean, I don't. Is it 2,000 people or something? Because that's
It's a
lot
good
of,
question.
I'm literally googling that.
Yeah, because I don't know if as everybody's, there's thousands of people to want to come to Los Angeles or to San Diego to go on a cruise for 3 days. Well,
Yeah.
and then I'm thinking comedians. I mean, comedians aren't even my fucking friend. Like, what do you got, Sam Tripoli? It's about the only one that texts me back. So, what do you, Tully?
Here's an
you,
article. You won't
Sam?
believe how many people disappear on cruise ships.
That might be a bad idea too. On top, just get out of there on top.
Like, I see how the Star Wars cruise and, like, the Impractical Jokers cruise
Right, because they're gigantic.
fills a boat, but I feel like we can easily compete with the Psychics Unleashed cruise.
I don't know, man. I mean, how do they have all those places for rent? I mean, they got places on Sunset and Melrose. Do you? I don't.
If they didn't know they were going to sell it out, they probably wouldn't even do it in the first place.
Right,
What about the Meow Meow Cat cruise?
Everybody loves cats.
Yeah.
Wait, then none of the cats are on the boat. They would hate boats.
Onboard activities include the Meow Meow Mixer, Meow Meow Trivia, Meow Meow Gambling, talking smack about dogs,
Okay.
trading lasagna recipes, and sitting in the corner judging people.
But is that more of a...
Oh, they.
But
these
what about this?
jerk-offs. They
Is
tricked
that-
me in the last
I
two.
don't think
Oh.
that's real.
It says the first 3 were real.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't...
I don't think it's impossible, and I don't think it needs to be. I think that there's a scale.
Do
of
they
these
have a
things.
tennis court on there? They do sometimes, right?
Well, yeah, I don't know that
We
we
could
would
have a tennis
necessarily.
championship.
That's true. I don't know that we would necessarily qualify for one like that. That's what I'm saying. I think there's probably different sizes of these that can still be profitable for the people running the cruise ship.
We could have a band.
Yeah,
Yeah,
do Tiger
absolutely.
Box.
We could do Tiger Box, and we could have our band. I mean, I still am friends with bands.
How to organize
far as
a
I know.
themed cruise. How do you do it, Google?
Let's see, what else could be?
It's going to be a hard thing to
have,
look up right now because there are. You can plan a group cruise that you still don't get to. Like you can put together a bunch of your friends and go on a cruise, but you're not organizing the events, and that's a lot of what I'm finding. I think this is better
Oh.
looked into off air.
Yeah, because if you're going to get a boxing ring, that's pretty major. It's like, hey, we want to do a cruise. We need a boxing ring in the middle of the thing. It's going to be a big deal. This guy's talking about going to the East Coast. Isn't it always cold there? Tony?
Yeah, what's up?
If you're on a boat in the East Coast, isn't it cold?
No. Why did you talked about it years ago coming out to the East Coast? You're trying to get 2,000 people to go on a boat. Just come out to New Jersey or Pennsylvania, New York or something. Do it over there.
Wait, there's boats go around in New Jersey?
Oh yeah, they got.
Where do they
ocean
go?
over there.
They go out of New York.
Oh.
They got it.
It's
cruise line
cold,
out
though.
of New Jersey too.
Only in the winter.
Cold.
Wait, can you go in the water in New York?
Yes, of course.
Really? It's not just all trash?
Oh, dude, there's the Jersey Shore is like a thing. People
The Jersey Shore isn't just shit water everywhere?
It's actually warmer than
Yeah.
West Coast water.
Is it?
Yeah.
because of
What?
the jet stream, the Gulf Stream.
I
Yeah.
don't think I've ever been to the Jersey Shore.
It's okay.
The water warms up. It's definitely more tolerable than West Coast.
It's not a tropical paradise by any stretch, but yeah, you go in the ocean there. The surfing sucks, but that's a different story.
Why? Why does surfing suck?
Just
Because they
doesn't have
just
the
don't
same-
have the current.
It doesn't have the waves. Yeah.
Right.
Here's an interesting thing. I'm reading an article with the guy who runs Shiprocked, which is just like a rock festival at sea. You okay over there, Kevin?
He's being choked out by lettuce. It's happened again. He had a lettuce fight again.
Is it lettuce again?
Yeah.
What?
I know. I'm not. I can't get salads from Earth Bar anymore. It's really fucking me up. And I don't know. I'm wondering if it's not lettuce and maybe they put something in their salads that I have like a weird reaction to.
Yeah, that might be a next level green. You might be dealing with some kale there.
I hate it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, because I believe in your throat. I believe your throat can get the leafy ends of romaine down.
You not true.
I don't think you are. So they said when they started Shiprocked, which is this rock thing at sea, they did a half ship charter, meaning that their other half of the boat is there for a completely different theme, which is
Oh, that'd
hilarious.
be awesome.
Yeah, let's go.
Drag Night and Alice Mania.
Let's go out with the cat
What they
cruise.
don't know is we're all in on it, and it's one big cruise, and we got you.
Hey, I call bullshit on that.
Are you really gonna die right now from lettuce? Do you need to gargle something?
It's so fucking distracting.
How did it get
nothing
worse
works.
right now? Seems like it just escalated in the last 5 seconds. Didn't you have the sandwich like an hour ago? I'm glad. YouTube, everybody. Kevin Kraft dying of lettuce.
That kind of worked a little bit.
Jason Ellis on YouTube. Check it out.
Hail Satan.
He's going down. You got this, man.
Take that lunch.
Yeah.
You're not the boss of me,
Yeah,
salad.
you're running it. Get back at them. At it. At your throat. At the lettuce.
He's
Say
tougher.
no,
he's
no lettuce.
tougher than roughage.
I'll be the not today, lettuce. I don't think so.
It's fucking right here
Cold
Yeah.
cuts.
on my.
Pointing it from the
Triangle?
outside of your skin is not going to work.
Try gargling, or what about yodeling?
Why don't you? Have you ever? I'm only half joking. Tried jamming a toothbrush down your throat.
What about screaming?
That would fuck me up.
Come on.
I'll try to gargle.
What's the worst that happens? You barf up the lettuce. You're not too good at drinking either, huh?
It's been a while since I've gargled. Oh!
Do you want
Any better? Did you get that devil lettuce?
No, I'm fucked.
You're fucked.
Yeah.
Do you think maybe it's time for you to stop eating lettuce?
Mhm.
I mean,
Mm.
some of us, sure, back when I was a youngin', I used to go eat lettuce with my friends all the time, and I'd be
Yeah.
like, hey, man, I don't give a fuck. I'm just going to eat this whole fucking thing of lettuce.
But we're not kids anymore.
No, we're not. And
To
there
be young
comes a
again.
time where you got to grow up, you fucking pussy-ass motherfucker.
Maybe you just got to face the fact that solid food is not for you anymore.
Say hello to applesauce, my friend. Oh, man.
Feels a little better now.
There you go. Don't give up, You fight back. Don't let the lettuce get the upper hand. Don't let us
hurt.
get to you.
I'm very, very, very excited about a motion picture extravaganza. I don't know exactly when it comes out, but it is Glenn Danzig's movie-making debut.
Yeah, I've heard it's great.
Yeah, Verotica is
Man, can he not call it everything Verotica?
yeah, it's based on some
Do you know what I mean?
What is that a combination of?
He just, no shit, it's called Verotica.
it's a combination of violence and erotica.
And sex, yeah.
I'm
Oh.
shitting right now.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Vomit was my first guess. Vomit mixed with erotica.
Oh, okay, I see. But that wouldn't make any sense because he's into sexy times, and vomit is not sexy times. And he knows that because he's actually not that attractive, but he's made himself a sex symbol for many, many years. We don't even understand. He's done so many people.
What do you think the weirdest thing
He's a horse layer.
Danzig is into sexually?
The weirdest thing?
Yeah.
I mean, what's the weirdest things you can do,
Like
Because tell me about it and I'll try it.
I mean, he seems like a strange guy, but I doubt he's into like poop stuff.
He did tell myself and my wife that he has a dungeon and that there's no fucking safe word, he said. But, that's kind of like a...
That's kind of terrifying.
It's
Or it's him
kinda-
talking shit.
It's kind of like it wouldn't work if you didn't say that. You know what I mean? Like you don't know the person and you know he's Danzig, and then you talk about going to his dungeon, and it would ruin it if he was like, well, you have to get make sure everyone's okay with it first and comfortable. Like
Yeah.
he's trying to be a tough guy.
Welcome to the dungeon of consent.
Yeah, you can't say that. It's not cool.
I think.
my God!
Here's what I think. I think he is the kinkiest dude on the face of the earth, circa 1983.
You think he's into getting cuckolded?
No, I don't. And I think the shit stuff. I think that he's probably done a little bit more of that stuff than the Mr. Erotica Kinky 1983 you would think would have.
I bet
Strictly
he's done a bunch of blood play and stuff.
because I think there's just a fair amount of, and always has been in rock and roll, a fair amount of misogyny. And was it ever some chicks, we watched them poop on each other backstage at a show in Germany? Yeah. I don't think it was because he woke up in the morning going, I can't go to sleep tonight until I see somebody poo. But I just think he didn't say no to stuff, and the degradation stuff was a lot easier for him to come by than it would have been for almost anybody else.
I bet he likes wax on his nipples.
Is that good?
For him, sure.
How do you know?
Just a guess.
Where did that even come from?
I'm just thinking about Danzig having sex over here.
And you think that him having sex would entail his nipples being waxed?
Yeah. He's like tied up on one of those cross things.
You think he
And
wants to be tied up?
Some goth lady puts wax on his nipples, and he goes like, "Oh!"
Do you not like Glenn?
I do.
Just seems a bit mean to assume that he moans like a half-dead cat and gets his nipples waxed.
He does kind of sing like a half-dead cat.
Oh, okay. That's the greatest half-dead cat I've ever heard.
I think he just did a credible impression of Mother.
Go ahead, Tony. What's up?
Yeah, while everyone's worried about Trump and the Kardashians, I've got the major question today. What in the hell is yacht rock, and why does it have that name?
Oh, you'd have to talk to people that would never call either one of us back to find that answer, but I don't know. It's got something to do with making money or something. I don't know.
Only rich people like
Yeah,
it.
that's what I mean. I don't know either, and no one can give me a real answer. I asked everyone at work. People try to be funny and witty. What is yacht rock?
I don't know, dude.
Sailing by Christopher Cross.
Yeah, yacht rock was like a
Yeah,
sub.
that's what I mean, but does it mean sailing? Like nautical aspect? What does it mean?
I don't know. I won't even listen. I don't want to listen. I don't want to do this. I'm out.
All right.
Sorry.
See you
I
around,
bet
buddy.
Will knows.
Why is yacht rock? Will?
No idea.
Oh, fuck me.
There you go. Hey, Brad. Welcome to the show, Brad.
Hey there, big fan Jason. I just wanted to call. I guess you guys were talking Danzig. I wonder the same thing for Danzig. I wonder for any musician. Does he listen to his own music when he fucks?
Oh God, you can't. But then again, you know, people totally would. It's. So
I mean, it's an ego thing for sure. And I mean, if so, does he go greatest hits? Does he showcase the new material?
I don't know. I can't. I don't want to speculate, but I don't think he does. I don't think musicians want to do that. I think wannabe musicians do that, but I don't think people that are successful play their music while they're banging. That's so cheesy, and they're already performing all the time. Why would they want to hear it?
Kiss does for sure.
That's crazy. Really? Why do you?
I feel
and I love 100%.
I love Kiss, but I feel like they love themselves too.
Man, I don't think they listen to their own shit at all.
The one time there was a video of Gene Simmons having sex, it was to "I Want to Know What Love Is" by Foreigner. I'm just saying.
I don't think he pressed play on it though. You know, it just happened.
I'm just saying we do have video of him listening to music while he fucks. Take that for what it's worth. That's more than we have from Danzig.
There you go.
I definitely think Danzig fucks to that instrumental stuff he made.
Maybe he writes it while he's fucking. I don't know.
He fucks to Sun O and he pumps to the beat. He just gives one thrust every 5 minutes.
Michael, welcome to the show.
Gentlemen,
Yes, Michael.
yacht rock, you could just be on a boat and appreciate it. Not any band is totally in that category.
See, that's
but
why people don't
it's the way-
understand it, because nobody goes on boats.
Exactly, and it's stationed on the radio that plays exclusively. It just makes sense. Not like even Jimmy Buffett or Bob Marley, all that sunshiny, splashy stuff, but just smooth, like some Hall & Oates, some Steely Dan. It just has to make sense to you when you're on a sailboat when the motor's not running.
All right, thank you. I think that explains it. That's the other thing. Even if you haven't been on a boat, would you care to imagine what it's like on a boat listening to Steely Dan? I don't. And I've been on a boat. I don't want to hear that. Just because I'm on a boat, I have to hear ocean beats. Like, what the fuck? Tell
Jimmy
me what
Buffett.
Yeah, like I want to listen to the same shit on the boat as I do when I'm on the land or in the air. Depending on my mood, doesn't care my boat. I actually had did I have speakers in? Or didn't I? I can't remember. I think I might have had them in for a little bit on a boat where I got my own ones. But I do remember they were playing really bad music on that boat I was on in Cabo, and I didn't care because I was on a boat. Maybe that's what they call yacht rock, where you just don't care how bad it is because you're on a boat. Except if you're listening to it in a car, it's like, what the fuck? But hey, each to their own.
Yeah,
You're just
People
so
like
you're just so
country.
pumped to be on a boat that it makes Steely Dan tolerable.
I'm not even sure which one Steely Dan is, but I know I don't like it.
No, I've never been able to get into Steely Dan. I did listen to the first Christopher Cross album, top to bottom, recently, and that's pure yacht rock. I make no apologies.
I don't know who that is.
Sailing is the the prototypical.
God, that's insane.
But I get down to like.
I'm sure he has other songs that don't sound like Sailing, though, right?
Yeah, he does. He's got the Arthur theme, the theme from the movie Arthur.
Oh,
He's got one about bocce ball.
What?
Yeah, Run Like the Wind with Michael McDonald on there.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's ringing bells now. This is painful shit.
The real banger to me is that all right, think we're gonna make it. That's fucking sweet. got McDonald up in there too.
That's an epic song.
It's an absolute shocker.
It's
Yeah.
great. Some really tasteful guitar playing on that album too.
I remember laughing at that song as a kid.
I listened to it like 3 times in a row, like a month ago.
I hope you make it, you know.
I think I'm gonna
stay motivated. Man, that's crazy. Bill at 855 Ellis 41. Hello, Bill.
Oh, hey, so while we're on the subject of why yacht rock's called what it's called, what about Ramon? Get this fake homosexual off my radio.
Is that it?
Which song's that?
Hey, wait.
Nobody cares about the show or the channel.
Well, then why are you calling?
Ramon, the only reason you're here is because Opie got fired.
Yes. Okay, now I like it.
Ramon, this is the worst show on all of Sirius Radio.
You got it. Keep going.
Promo stuff.
Ramon, fair weather homosexual, turn it on so people love you.
Wait, what?
Ramon,
You're turned on?
Somebody shave the back of his neck.
Wait, I don't have a hairy neck.
Ramon, the UFC called. They said they want their attitude back.
Can we get this guy a beat?
Ramon, Jim Norton. Oh, I got another call.
Oh,
damn it.
Is Ramon like something?
I don't know.
It's the
It
new
is now.
Baba Booey.
Oh.
I don't know.
Oh, sweet.
That's promo material.
Yeah, give
right
that
there.
guy the VIP line.
Give the UFC their attitude back. That was awesome. Oh, shit. Yeah, I agree with that guy totally.
Yeah.
So check this out. Or take the phone call. Or is that... Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, all right. Hey, Kevin, what's up?
Hey, I got a question for you, bud.
Yeah.
Wanted to see if you'd actually banged your wife to Taint Stick or any one of the other bands you've been in.
No, hell no.
At all?
No, as a matter of fact, I think if I was having sex and that came on because it was like in my phone, I would stop having sex and I would stop it because I don't want to have sex to my own. I don't take my music seriously. Maybe that's why. But I would be uncomfortable. I'd be like, oh my God, really? But then again, I don't really.
Great music.
I don't really want to hear it in my house at all. I'm like, I did that. I don't know why. I don't really. I have heard the song before. I kind of reminisce that we made the song, but I don't really like the songs. It's weird.
Can I ask another question?
Sure, man. Go for it. I mean, you could just Ramon all day if you want to. I don't care.
Ramon! If I dress up as Lettuce, can I box Cumtard at the next Jason Ellis event?
I'm still currently locked in an epic battle with Lettuce, so I have to see how that goes first.
It's kind of 2
I
on
am
1.
murdering your ass.
Wow. Big threat from a guy. You're trying to fight a guy that's almost being taken out by a piece of lettuce. You're pretty ballsy.
Well, I'm going to be a piece of lettuce.
Oh, okay. Well, good luck, man. Jeez. Yeah, you should fight that guy.
Sure.
I wonder if we can make gloves out of lettuce.
What about if you just stuck your fists in 2 cabbages?
How long does that last? Is that like 1-2 punch and lettuce is gone, right? Could we?
Yeah, I don't imagine it would stay on for too long.
Yeah,
How many
iceberg's mostly
bowls of
water.
lettuce could you? Look, what about? I'm trying to think if you could do it in a certain way where it stayed on there, but
Well, I think the idea is this: you can only punch people when you have a head of iceberg lettuce on your hand. So you hollow out a ton of them.
Okay,
and you punch, and as soon as it falls off, you have to find your way over and get your hand in another, or else you cannot throw a punch until you do.
And everybody has to wear a lettuce helmet.
It seems, safety first.
Yeah, so you got a lettuce helmet on, so when the lettuce hits the lettuce, it's lettuce everywhere. It's salads all around, and then the crowd, we could give croutons to the crowd.
Yeah, the mixed green salad,
the tossed salad fight.
Ooh, we could fight in a bowl. and we could throw croutons while you guys scrap it out in there, and then at the very end, we'll get the ranch chicks to squirt ranch, and boom, everybody eats.
And the Frasier theme just plays on a loop.
Why is Frasier playing?
Oh, baby, I hear the family calling, tossed salad and scrambled eggs.
Oh,
I
shit.
never did understand that.
Me neither. I think it was just Kelsey Grammer snickering that he got an ass-eating joke on the show every week.
Maybe.
How's he doing?
Drunk.
Is he? No, he's not. Is he?
He stopped
I
again?
thought he was traveling the world in the opera. Or the Oprah Winfrey, one of the two.
I think he's currently paying alimony to like 16 ex-wives.
You're so mean. Is that really what he's doing? Doesn't he do shows and stuff? Doesn't he do exciting things? Isn't he in a movie or something?
Is he?
Yeah, man. He
Periscope
does
down?
I think
Sequel,
he plays
anybody?
Sideshow Bob once a year on an episode of The Simpsons. That's about
the
it.
fucking delay on everything is. Hey, Will, you got to tell people the delay on the buttons is. I just keep saying it every day, but I don't know if anyone's catching it.
Gotcha. I got it.
Now, I'll say now that one works. That's weird.
Kelsey Grammer has joined a roster of replacement James Liptons on an all-new Inside the Actors studio.
Did he die?
Not to the best of my knowledge.
I think
Why
he's
is
old
he-
as he's old as dirt.
He's so old that he can't do it.
Lipton is stepping down.
So that's a good guy to do that, or is that not a good job?
It's a rotating group of hosts, including Jane Lynch and Alec Baldwin.
What?
Was that? Are you reacting, or was that more lettuce?
No, I'm reacting. James Lipton's 92.
James
Still
Lipton
alive,
is 92, but he's not working.
He's 92 years old.
He won't be doing any more interviews.
Highly doubt
Not
it.
on that show, no.
All right, but didn't this guy do other stuff recently? I swear he did other stuff.
Kelsey
Grammer?
he was
Yeah.
on a show called Boss. Wow, that's oh my god, that was. I'm looking at his producer credits. That was like a nobody really cared about that thing where he was like a crime boss or a business boss or something. That's
don't know.
the most remarkable thing I can remember him doing in the last 10 years.
Well, maybe you're. I don't know. I thought he was doing a lot more.
Then again, I mean the
Maybe it was a
residuals.
rerun. I thought I heard him on a show.
The residuals he's making off of Frasier and Cheers has to be just astronomical.
Yeah, unless he really is paying off like 15 women and a bunch of child support right now and made awful business deals. There is a steady income coming in Kelsey Grammer's name, provided it is not entirely already earmarked for other people. I saw him at a very nice restaurant enjoying lunch not that long ago. He seemed
He's
like he was
fucking loaded and he's
able to-
having a great time.
He seemed like he was able to pay for his meal. He was with an attractive young lady.
I swear, did he had like babies recently. He's got little babies.
I could see that because he was with a much, much younger woman, and she's got to get her hooks
I think
in.
he lives in Beverly Hills with like
Yes.
a really young hot chick and tons of little kids.
That's where I dined aside him.
Is that bad?
No.
That's living right
no,
there.
Kelsey Grammer's a fucking legend.
He's just living the life.
Yeah.
His most
Say it.
recent wife, they married in 2011. They're still together, and he has 3 ex-wives.
This time's for real, baby.
Yep.
See?
Mm-hmm.
You guys think that he's not living the life. He's on fire, and he's probably happier than he's ever been because he's finally got rid of all those bitches. How many wives did he have? Because I don't remember him having that many. I thought he just had a couple of fallouts, or maybe he got a couple of DUIs, and then he got a limo or something.
He's on his 4th.
Okay, but isn't he like 70?
64.
Yeah, 64 on your 4th wife. That's living. So that is. All right, he's kind of a fuck up. What do you want me to do? I like him.
I do too.
I think he's a talented guy. I'd like to have him on the show, but we're not Opie and Anthony or Jim Norton.
Ramon.
Thank you.
Okay, so check this out. There's a guy who posted on Reddit's relationship advice page, and here's his issue. So he's in a relationship with a girl, and it's going great, and she's like one of these lovey-dovey hippie people who just
I hate those people, Michael. I'm joking.
just loves all living things. She
Living
volunteers
things. Don't
for
even get me started.
humanitarian causes. She works at an animal shelter for volunteers in her free time. She's happiest being out in nature. So that's all well and good. You love people who have that kind of love.
Yeah, hacky sack. Oh,
Right.
man.
So he and she, they're both in their 20s, rented a new place and had a housewarming party. And somebody who came to that party must have brought bed bugs with them.
Ew! In your pants?
I guess, yeah, they would be in your clothes.
Ew, because you didn't bring your bed.
No.
Yeah, they just grip onto the outside.
You filthy. I mean, you are, right? If you have if you walk around and you have bed bugs on you and you give them to other people's house, you're disgusting, right?
No.
Not
You
necessarily.
can be accidentally that?
Oh, I
Yeah.
had them.
I'm sorry, everybody. Sorry for saying that, but I don't know. I've never done that, so, you know what I mean? You know, it's like new to me, and you guys are foreign and gross.
Well, they've made a comeback. It used to be like a sign of real depraved, like, poverty. And
If you were covered in bed bugs?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And now it just means what? You
Well,
live in New York?
They
Kind of.
banned the spray that killed them because it had a really, really nasty chemical in it.
Mm.
So they got rid of that, and then sometime after they made a resurgence, and that's when I was working in New York when they made their big comeback.
Mhm.
They were shutting down the movie theaters in Times Square, the Nike store, SiriusXM got shut down for a little bit.
Wow.
That's right. We're filthy, disgusting animals.
Uh-oh.
It was I still have PTSD from it. When I had bed bugs, they were in my Xbox.
What does that mean?
It's there. All it takes is if somebody else had bed bugs, the babies and the eggs are so tiny you can't see them. So you'll get on the bus to go to work. When you get off, one or two could stay behind on the seat.
All right.
You sit on it, and then it gets on your pants, and then boom, you have fucking bed bugs.
All right. That's why you got to set yourself on fire.
Right. So what happened was they
is
realized
painful.
that they have bed bugs, and they're both annoyed by that. And so he decides to call an exterminator to get rid of them. But she says while she agrees they are annoying, she cannot bring herself to intentionally kill anything.
God, shut up, lady.
So he calls the exterminator,
Fire.
schedules the appointment, and when he told her, she got angry at him. So once he left, she called the exterminator and canceled them.
No. Well,
She said she wanted to be able to live in harmony with each other and other creatures.
man, they are so pumped on that house.
Furthermore, what happened was a few days later, she went to work and she got fired
For being
because
bed bugged.
yeah, because she works at a daycare and they found bed bugs there.
Come on.
She admitted that she had probably brought them with them because she was trying to convince the other staff that rather than them calling an exterminator, they should use natural ways to
Yeah.
get rid of bed bugs.
It's like asking them to leave really nicely.
Right. So she lost her job over that. Meanwhile, they live in like an apartment complex kind of thing. Other tenants are complaining that they have bed bugs, and the guy had already gone to his landlord and said, just so you know, I have bed bugs, but the exterminator's coming tomorrow. But in the meantime, she canceled the exterminator, so they're doubly fucked because everybody knows they got the bed bugs from him and that he did not deal with the bed bug situation.
That's why you don't date hippies.
It's
Well,
true.
that's, you got to make, how can you can't, that's his fault. You can't get people to get rid of the bed bugs, baby. They're animals. And you go, what are you? I mean, seriously. I love creatures too, but what are you? But that's insane. What if the whole world's, no. I'm ordering it. Or I get in big trouble, right? It's so weird to deal with that stuff. And I feel like if it's in an apartment, how's it you? Why isn't it just everybody, isn't it? They just sound so sketchy. Those things sound so sketchy that you should just do the whole building. Not even one place, because they've already got out. They're already in the building.
Yeah, the exterminators will usually go above and beyond to try. I don't know about an entire building, but they'll look in probably
It's
adjacent
like the whole
units.
building's got crabs.
Yeah,
Pretty
pretty
much.
much.
It's-
Except crabs are way easier to get rid of.
Oh, no.
And they eat you while you sleep. So you wake up and it looks like you got a whole bunch of mosquito bites.
It's difficult to do the radio if you're going to keep talking about bed bugs.
Okay.
They might be the worst thing I've ever heard of. That's just disgusting.
It's quite the
In
bummer.
Alabama,
Please.
Will, Limestone County.
my favorite county of all
Yeah,
of them.
best limestone in all of Alabama.
That's right.
Narcotics investigators arrested a man and are looking for another after they executed a search warrant. This is a very methy situation. They went through the man's home and found meth, drug paraphernalia, and body armor. Most interesting, though, they found a squirrel inside a cage that they believe had been habitually fed meth so that it would be the meth dealer's attack squirrel.
Well, I mean, if it's not the dumbest move, and a squirrel that attacking you is pretty freaky.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
You would be freaked out.
And if
you
it's all hopped up on goofballs, hell yeah.
Well, he's not going to tell you that he's on meth, but he might come at you even more insanely.
No, that's what I mean. I wouldn't expect him
gonna,
to say he was, but just the way he's going to act.
You're going to be stressed.
Yeah.
You probably want to you're going to want to get out of there to get the because I would always assume that if that guy's attacking me, that because some of them have rabies, and I would think, well, that guy's going wild and he's attacking me, so that means he's probably more than likely a carrier of the rabies virus. And if I get rabies, then I'm going to run around in the fields looking for people to eat their brains.
Now, here's...
we can't have that.
A curious ending to the story is they said they did not have any way to test the squirrel for meth.
So then how do they know?
So they just released it back into the wild, which seems humane unless
He's
it's going to be out
stinging
there.
for a
Yeah,
little
exactly, jonesing.
But I don't think squirrel addiction is anywhere near as bad as human addiction.
There's so little. I wonder if coming off of meth could kill a squirrel.
You think? I mean, how fast is a squirrel's heart on meth?
Right? They're pretty jumpy.
It was already going 100. Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing they caught that guy when they did, because if the meth attack squirrel turned out to be effective, he probably would have started creating an entire army of meth
It's kind
animals.
of a bummer. No offense to the squirrel, but it'd be cool if they had to got him, maybe inject him with some steroids as well and make him even bigger, like make a new breed of squirrel. Because if there was a squirrel that was maybe twice as big and really really jacked like a pit bull,
yeah,
maybe you could how certain they have those foxes that are certain version of a dog or something. They can knock out a whole they knock out species of wherever they hang out. Like that could be the dominant species. We could be up against them because they got fingers. They could grab shit. They could use a phone.
Oh yeah,
pull a trigger.
Yeah,
it's pretty much all you need to do to win. And
yeah,
have
they're
the
crafty.
will. And they're crafty. They know how to hide stuff. The blueprints or whatever.
Yeah, and then they can store all your meth rocks in their cheeks.
They could put cyanide in your drink when you're not looking. They could. They could just be under the table and bloop, you wouldn't know.
No one ever suspects a meth squirrel.
Well, no.
Yeah, they really do get a pass. It's pretty amazing how everyone's so terrified of every other rodent, and squirrels just get to hang out in parks next to your kids.
Do they count as rodents?
Fuck yeah.
What? Of course they are. Well, you never go, well, wait a minute. People don't pull. If you see a rat, do people run away from rats?
I think some people do.
Yes.
That's ridiculous.
I never got the fear
people
of
don't,
rats.
People don't want to hang out in Rat Park.
I get that, subway rats are fucking gross, and they're probably covered with filth and germs and grime. But the sight of them, the sight of a spider or a centipede, that gives me the willies. But the sight of, a little furry animal doesn't.
A centipede can't do anything. A squirrel can give you rabies.
Yeah, that's a weird example that you
They
picked,
just
that
don't
you're
ever
not
come at you. None of them come at you, so none of them should be
They're
considered
centipedes
anything.
that can bite you and give you poison.
You've never been in a park and a rat has come across the park at you, have you?
No.
I mean, the only thing that I can think of that's ever come at me is a fucking magpie. That came at me. But that, I guess if nobody told me that magpies aren't trying to, actually murder you, or that, I don't know, they really did think they were trying to murder you, but they were very bad at it.
Oh,
And
yeah,
we knew that they were bad at it, so it wasn't that scary. But for some weird reason, I think you're right. I think if a rat came at me and, tried to get up my leg, my demeanor versus a magpie trying to peck my head, maybe I'd be more worried about the rat, which is stupid because I should be more worried about the magpie. I got no freaking hair. I'd actually probably receive a pretty sweet hole in my head, I just realized. It would probably hurt more now, right?
Or if they go for the eyes.
They don't go for they're not like that. They don't.
What if they do it accidentally? They just want to peck.
Well, they don't. They're really weak at it when they do it. Because I used to do it on purpose. You can barely feel it. They just touch you.
Because from the videos we've watched of them attacking bicyclists.
Yeah, and look, he doesn't grab on. They just you feel like the first couple of times it happened to me, I didn't even know that it was a bird. I was like, what was that? Something touched my hair.
Yeah, we don't have those in Los Angeles, right? Because some kind of bird repeatedly attacked my hair outside of a CVS one time.
I don't think magpies are the only guys that do it.
Yeah.
Man, those are some really cool photos of a magpie attacking somebody, though.
Yeah. And this guy just GoPro'd up his helmet.
But no offense to the magpie, it's pretty piss weak. It just sort of taps on you. They don't ever. I've never seen a magpie grab someone's hair and start trying to eat their eyes. That would be different. Then I would be worried. You know what worries me? A koala worries me. If a koala came near me, I'm out of there. I don't give a shit how slow or how stony it looks.
Why is that?
She's got giant claws, man. I feel like that's a roid cat, because he's a bear, but he's kind of catty, and he's got really big claws and enough power because they're pretty chunky. So I don't know how much they weigh, probably like 60 pounds or something. But they just yank that weight up a tree like it's nothing, which means if they get those claws in you, I just would not want to know about that. I feel like it'd be so scary. I don't think it would actually kill me. I would just be so freaked out that the bear is, because I don't even think they don't have sharp teeth. They have like stupid teeth.
They're not like lovable. They wouldn't like hug you and.
I've held one before. I'm just saying if it was one in the wild, but they make this weird sound when they're angry, and if it was coming at me, I'm out of there.
Looks like an adult koala can range from 9 to 33 pounds.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've held one a couple of times, but I just feel, big just bear claws. I don't want that shit on me.
Well, to me, the question isn't so much about which animal would be able to do the most damage to a person. It's got to be that plus how likely are they to do it, right?
Yeah, none of them are. That's the other thing.
Well,
Everyone
rats...
kind of thinks that they are, but I guess bear is really the only one that a bear will attack you. But a rat, you say in New York they're not scared of you, but they don't come up and attack you, right?
No, I'm looking at a video right now in India, I think it is, where there's some province where 75 people were attacked by rats. It can't happen. I remember reading stories when I was young about people living, French girl mutilated by rats in night attack at home.
Ugh.
Were they eating her while she was asleep?
I think she was, she was paraplegic.
Yeah, so she didn't know.
No.
That's
pretty brutal.
There was rotten stuff going on there.
I remember reading when I was a kid about people living in really bad projects in New York where kids did get scratched and bit and stuff by rats.
Right.
I can't verify that, but
Centipedes,
maybe they can do something. I've never known them to.
But that's more like a starving rat trying to eat food and realizes you're alive, and then you get a bite, and you don't get eaten alive.
I always thought the thing was if you cornered them, that's when they're apt to try to do something because they don't,
Okay, well, I've had fights with pigeons before, and they're kind of like flying rats.
Yes,
and
they are.
When they're cornered, they do retaliate.
So it says that centipede bites are usually no more painful than a bee sting.
Yeah.
But larger ones have more venom that they put in their bite and can be extremely painful.
But not kill you?
Rarely fatal.
But it has killed somebody.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's what you get for poking insects.
You're the only person I know who's afraid of centipedes.
What? That can't be. They're so fucking creepy. Like those ones, you ever see the ones that are usually in the urinals at school?
What?
Those fucking piss centipedes?
Why is there a centipede in the urinal?
I don't know, but I fucking hate them.
There's a urinal centipede? I don't believe you. It's not somebody was just putting a centipede in your urinal. The end. None of us. Do you have urinal centipede stories?
You're not talking about like a silverfish, right?
What the fuck is he talking about?
No, silverfish aren't. They're like. I think people mistake.
Behind you, right there. Is that it?
I'm not fucking looking at it.
You got to look at it and tell me what one you're fucking talking about.
Fuck! Yes.
That's not a centipede. That's like a weird little crickety thing or whatever.
It's not. I fucking hate them.
God, you're such a pussy. That's
hate
nothing.
Them.
So if you saw that on a urinal in a public bathroom, would you have to clear out of the entire bathroom?
No, but I would
You wouldn't
do
pee
a
on
couple,
it?
a couple urinals away. No.
Really? Urine?
I don't want my penis.
How
near it.
do they get there?
What are they gonna leap on you? They must come out of the pipe, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah, you don't think they're going to attack you and bite your wee-wee, do you?
Don't you
No,
want to
but they
pee
make
them?
me. No, they make me sick to my fucking stomach.
Hmm.
And my mouth is sweating right now.
Maybe that'll get that lettuce out.
They're fucked up.
You're a weird guy, you know
Those
that?
things came from outer space.
No, they did
There's
not.
no question.
They're
It's an
bugs.
insect.
They're bugs.
They evolved from a germ that came here on an asteroid.
And
That-
why is that? I thought you liked aliens.
Not those.
Well, what do you think aliens are going to look like? If you think if they look like that, then a big alien that we become friends with is going to be like a big version of that.
No, I would be chill with a humanoid alien.
So you're telling them, but make sure they stay in, they like wear a human suit.
They're just gonna be human looking.
Sounds good, dude.
Those fucking things. I've seen videos on Facebook of dudes that have like 4-foot centipedes as pets.
Wait, they go for? Oh, okay, like the big fat ones.
The big red ones.
Yeah, but you're an insect collector guy. What's wrong with that? What about? Can you understand the same thing as when people have tarantulas? You don't think that's the same thing? You don't think that's terrifying? Oh my
like this
God.
one here? Wow, that's a very big one.
That doesn't even look real.
Wow.
Look at that, Kevin.
That's some Starship
Oh
Trooper
my God,
shit.
Kevin, turn around. Look at it, please.
I'm
please.
pretty sure it's not going to crawl
Look
up
at
his
it.
neck.
Look at it. It's on the dude's chest. It's as big as his forearm.
Yeah, that's the world's greatest daredevil, Neil Chang Lee.
That guy.
Centipede.
That guy. Far out, man. That thing doesn't even look real.
No, I'm not even convinced that it is.
It looks like it's got maggots for legs.
It does. You're right. Yeah.
That might be the grossest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Don't you get how bigger insects? Like, what about if you go to the zoo? Sometimes they have the little like indoor snake area and stuff. And they'll have like a gigantic roach. Like, you don't see why somebody would kind of think that was interesting. That it's like 10 times the size of another roach.
Roaches don't fuck me up. I've actually never seen them. I'm gonna Google gigantic roaches and see if it freaks me out.
Roaches fuck me up.
Oh yeah, when you put it like that, yeah. I don't know. I'm not freaked out by pretty much any bug, but those cocksucking centipedes.
Well, what about like a wasp? Like, I would say I'm averse to wasps because I'm pretty sure that they're a little bit more aggressive than bees, and I don't want to get stung by one.
I guess if I had a wasp in my bed, I might be a little bit worried about it, but not if I just see a wasp on the passing by. I mean, it's a free country.
Yeah, the sight of a wasp doesn't give me goosebumps like that disgusting piss centipede
But
does.
you're looking at the little ones freak you out. Because
Yes.
the little one is just a bug that does nothing. Does the cockroach freak you out?
No.
How? It's the same thing. It's probably worse.
I don't know. I don't know what it is about those sons of bitches.
Do you think
I
you
had
could eat
to-
one?
No.
How much money for you to eat one?
Ah,
Face your fears, Kevin, on the Jason Ellis Show.
that
Something that's always
we're talking millions.
$1 million to eat it.
$2
million.
Yep. I want a nice house for that.
How much to eat a baby turd?
A turd that came out of a baby?
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty basic. I mean, yeah, what the hell? Baby turd. Duh.
Like 3 ounces of baby turd.
Turd of a baby.
Yeah, $50K.
Wait.
Yes. Yep. That's why I asked that.
That doesn't make any sense. You can't do that. It's just a little bug. As soon as you chewed it, it would be gone.
What about if this lady on the People's Court is staring at you in the dark while you eat the centipede?
What about if that lady does a little poopy? And would you eat her weird ghost chamber poopy?
She looks like if the jigsaw puppet came to life.
Oh, she really does.
Oh, dang.
She looks like 5 million centipedes put on a human suit.
Man, she got like some kind of dusted eyebrow thing. She looks like Cher caught on fire.
She does. She looks like somebody made a really bad paper mache Cher.
I can't tell if that is eyebrow or just some of her hair that's like going across her face. But would you
And
watch
she's
her?
suing Diane Wiest.
Let's say she kind of looks. Let's say Cher in 20 years from now, cranking a turd. You eat that, or you eat that little insect.
Is it alive?
Yeah.
I'm eating shit.
Wow. Okay.
I don't want to touch it. I don't want to be near it. I don't want to look at it. Those things can get fucked. and go back to whatever planet they came from.
Maybe you need to get past your centipede problems, though. Jeremy, welcome to the show, maybe.
What's up, Kevin? Ellis, boys, what's going on? So I do pest control for a living, and what Kevin is talking about, he's talking about silverfish, the ones that are like sometimes in the urinals.
Yes.
Those aren't centipedes. Those are silverfish, dude. They are just a microbe that just crawls around and eats old dead like wood particles and stuff like that. So he has nothing to be afraid of. He's
There you
just
go.
being a pussy.
I don't think he is.
This is
I already asked him that.
That's not what we were talking about.
Yes, it is.
No. May I see?
No, maybe it's not.
Yeah, I believe you know the difference. I already asked you that very question.
Yep.
Silverfish are quite a bit smaller than
Believe me, I've been
centipedes, too.
terrified of these things my entire life.
I don't think you're ever going to get over it.
Let me
I
ask
agree.
you something.
This is bad.
No. How do you feel about eating lobster?
I like it. I know.
You know what that is, right?
Yeah, it's a sea
It's a
bug.
close relative.
Yeah.
I mean, just
They're
like
just an ocean bug.
objectively speaking. Well, it's a
What
little.
about shrimps on a barbie?
I like shrimp.
Yeah.
It is a little different. They're not the same thing.
Have you ever eaten the turd vein?
Not on purpose,
But
but
you have.
If you've had a fried one, you have.
Before I knew that it was turds.
No, if you had a fried one, so you've had fried ones, that's turd veins.
Yeah.
Bugs don't have that same
Deep fried
like,
shit.
flesh in them for you to eat or put a bunch of butter on, so they're not exactly the same. When people say they're just big bugs, they're not just big squishy things inside of an exoskeleton. There's meat there.
No, there isn't until you cook it, Michael. If you open it up and it's raw on the street, it just pours out liquidy.
Is that so?
Yeah, you didn't see.
I didn't know that.
You didn't see. In fucking I'm Lost on an Island guy.
Oh,
Bear
really?
Grylls?
Castaway?
Yeah, Castaway.
No, you're right. I did not see Castaway.
Right. He pulls the crab leg off and just fluid comes out of the crab leg because he didn't cook it, Michael. You got to cook it to make the meat go meaty.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
Right? You got to boil the fucker.
I've got some questions to ask my grocer about what these lobster tails he's been selling me all these years really are.
Yeah, it's all lies.
Yeah.
Or crabs or something. I don't know.
It is pretty crazy, though, that if you had never seen either of them and you encountered them both in the wild, a lobster is so much worse than a centipede.
Worse looking?
Yes. Alien. Bizarre. Terrifying. Not right.
A lobster.
Fuck yeah. Than a centipede. Yeah. It's bigger. It's got weird shit hanging off of it. It's got antenna, and it has fucking claws, dude.
Yeah, what about those big pinchy things? Those are pretty... It's a big warning for just anybody. Even if you didn't know what it was, you'd be like, probably shouldn't put my finger in there.
I don't know. I mean, sure, I don't want to put
It's
my
like a
finger in
giant
it,
scorpion almost.
but it's kind of neat. Like a rhino horn is dangerous, but that's kind of cool. Big claws and pincher. Oh, those are kind of cool.
This is insane. This guy's going to die from the lettuce. Maybe you should drink some acid.
That probably would get rid of the lettuce.
There you go. Or Alka-Seltzer or something like that.
So, are you grossed out by the sight of a lobster?
No. I'm also not grossed out by the sight of a centipede.
He's saying he can handle the sight of centipedes.
You just shuddered when I said the word.
I feel like I have fucking bugs crawling on me right now.
You might.
Yeah, what a fuck you bed bug story, because that's how I feel from the start of this show.
I mean, you do. You think about it.
Sucks. Fucking out of here.
Millions of little ones.
Faction Talk. Sirius XM 103.
Hey, this is Slash. I love doing Jason's show. I think Ellis Mate's awesome. We always have a good time talking about pretty much anything that's on our minds at the moment, and it's very comfortable and laid back, and it doesn't feel forced. And he's just a great, crazy fucker.
Faction Talk. XM Channel 103. Sirius Channel 206.
That's an extended rejoin.
Yeah.
Might need to lose that one.
Yeah.
Slash, we should not lose, though.
No. We should keep him around.
I like that guy, right?
Yeah. Might need a guitarist at some
I
point.
think he's going to make it.
Spunky little kid.
Sorry, what, Will?
I'm just saying he's a spunky little kid, that Slash
Is
is.
it Guns N' Roses going on tour again right now? Is that what I saw?
Are they?
I felt like he just posted something about them.
I know that he said that
'Cause I
they
follow
are
him on these
not,
social medias.
not close to finishing a Guns N' Roses album.
Oh. Is that what it was?
It looks like they just announced fall 2019 dates.
See? Told you.
Yeah.
Nice.
Will's news. Will's news.
Traveling for the 4th of July holiday?
I am.
You may want to keep this in mind. A
I'm
passenger...
going to Colombia.
What? The country.
Yeah.
Not the city.
Nah.
Not the
Full on
district.
country.
Yeah.
Where's
Is that
the
bad?
city? Oh, the District of Columbia. I guess.
Yeah. And that's not recommended against by our State Department or anything. I'm just checking.
Where you're not supposed to go there?
I don't know. I don't. I'm asking. I guess you wouldn't be going if.
I think the only place you're not supposed to go is Cuba.
Oh, there's more than that.
Oh, there's a lot of places.
I mean,
yeah, and North Korea.
Wait a minute. If you buy a ticket that goes to Colombia, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to make it?
No, yeah. It's just that they do put out a list of places that they advise people not to travel to.
Is it advised not to go there?
Let's see.
Not that I know of.
I just
but-
bought the tickets.
The DR is a little weird right now, right? Because
What's the DR?
The
Yeah,
Dominican
Dominican
Republic.
Republic. Don't go there.
Just died there mysteriously.
I think
Don't
the
wanna go to
ninth
Venezuela.
person. What?
Don't want to go to Venezuela.
No, but the 9th tourist just died in Dominican Republic. A lot of people seem to be dropping like flies over there.
Yeah, as long as you don't have a layover.
Is that in Colombia?
No.
I'm all right then.
Good.
I got to
Yeah,
go to Miami.
you're
I wanted
solid.
to go to Miami and stay for 2 days in Miami.
Oh, the food.
and
great.
but then I was like, I don't even know anything. I'm like, we'll get off the plane and do what? We don't know anything or anybody or anyone. Like, we'll Google the food and the who. Just I'm not doing Google search. You know, I'm just getting off the plane. I feel like we might as well just save it. We'll wait and then we'll go to Colombia.
Here you go. In order of most recent to further away, Burma, the State Department, there's a travel advisory. They're not saying don't go. They're just saying be aware.
Can you
of
put up
issues.
a map? Because I don't even know what's going on here, Ben, and I want to see how far away all this stuff is.
Then you zoom in on the country.
Burma, Burundi,
Don't go to these places, you're saying?
not advised.
Not advised. Right, so don't. All right, I don't
Yeah.
want to go. I'm not going there.
Haiti,
I wasn't going to go there.
Ukraine, Lithuania.
That's really cold, yeah?
most of the year, yeah.
I don't want to go there. That's freezing. Only like 3 minutes of freezing.
Burkina Faso, I think it's how you say that. That's
Wasn't on the list.
That's in Africa. Kosovo.
Nah, wasn't going.
Guyana.
No.
Portugal.
Oh,
What the hell did
what?
Portugal do?
Yeah, all right. Now I'm not going.
Benin. I'm going to say that's in Africa as well. That's just a guess.
Not going.
Togo, Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, Qatar, Oman, Kuwait, Bahrain, Iraq. Are you seeing a pattern here?
I just bought tickets to Iraq.
Not going anyway. What did the survey say for Colombia?
Doesn't look like. There's a UK travel advisory.
Yeah,
on
nobody likes English people.
April 22nd.
Yeah, you don't want to eat those cheese sandwiches. And
I don't see. Have I mentioned anything in South America at all?
I don't think you did.
I don't think I would, and I would think that Venezuela would be not your greatest move at the exact moment.
Right.
But
Which is right next door, Michael, but
Is
I'm
it?
not going there. Yeah, because I'm seeing the map. Venezuela is
Oh my
right
God.
next to Colombia.
Huh.
If you look on the maps of the things of the world, of the globe.
yeah, you don't want to take a day trip over to Venezuela.
Interesting tidbit. They're attached to each other.
They are. Well, in Panama is.
Panama. I've been there. Bam, bam. I didn't die.
Well, right.
Bam,
It's
bam.
its entire connection to South America is Colombia. So if you, I'm
Oh, so
guessing,
I've already been to Colombia.
Yeah, they've got a pretty similar vibe, I would guess. Can't be that different. There.
I've already been, Will. Does that count or no? I'm making it up. Pretty close,
Well,
though.
you said Panama.
Yeah,
That's
it's-
close.
Panama's not. It's a different thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So fucking close, though.
That's where they got that canal.
Well, I'm gonna be in a bubble of. I'm gonna be in a bubble of air most of the time in Colombia, anyway.
Good. That's where you should be.
Thank you.
I just googled is it safe to travel to Colombia, and the quick answer is yes.
Oh, well, there you go.
Did you do your intro?
Yes.
Okay.
Pat, well, you
Was
may
it good?
It was amazing.
Okay.
Best one ever.
Yeah. The 4th of July holidays, you may want to keep this in mind. A passenger at Newark Liberty International Airport tried to bring 6 giant industrial-sized smoke grenades through the airport security checkpoint on Sunday.
Wait, does a smoke grenade look like a grenade?
No, it's kind of like in a tube. It's
But
like a
doesn't
tube.
but it looks kind of militant.
It-
The word? Fucking idiot.
The
know what I
larger
mean.
ones, yeah, it looks like. It looks like it could be an explosive. Sure.
Whoa, was that it? The explosion right there? Man, if you
No,
did that in the
that's-
plane, you could hurt somebody.
Yeah, no, that's not even a good one.
It's not?
No, the
Man, those
bigger
should not be
ones-
allowed on the plane. That's a bomb.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like a grenade.
Yeah, it's
If
like a,
somebody had that in the plane, I'd be so bummed out.
right. And also, look, even if you didn't see that device, if there was suddenly smoke on the airplane, you'd probably panic, or a large portion of the people would.
Well, you
So-
can't get out.
Yeah, you definitely shouldn't be able to fly with those.
Can't open the window.
Right. So, they were spotted inside bubble wrap, and when they went and X-rayed stuff, and
Did we kick the shit out of this guy?
no, it's not illegal to have them.
What?
The guy was allowed to get on his flight.
Whoa, look at this
to-
lady's chest tattoo. Holy sick tats.
Well, it was quite a canvas that she had to work with.
Oh my dang, what is that? It's like a fishing rod with a star in it.
If you're looking at this on the radio,
Oh.
you see what we're talking about.
If you really
I'm
want to
sorry,
experience
everybody,
the
we're
Jason
watching
Ellis
Co-
show, you need to watch the People's Court while you listen.
God, I just realized.
Otherwise, it just will not make sense.
And you have to watch it
if you're
in
on
advance.
If you're on YouTube, you can see it. So whatever, Will.
Traveling for the 4th of July holiday.
Wait, so that guy was allowed to bring? Are we going to change that law?
No. He's not allowed to bring it on. They took it away from him, but it's not illegal to have this. It's not illegal to have smoke grenades. It is
Yeah.
not legal to bring them on an airplane.
Well, it's not illegal to have an adult-sized toothpaste either, but you can't bring it on the airplane.
Right.
It's not illegal to have a bottle of water.
Right.
You can't bring it on the airplane.
Yes, these are all things that are legal to have.
And yet you can bring in a watermelon, which is so much more water than any of those other
wow,
things.
I never even thought of that. Whoa, you're totally tripping me out.
You could cut out the inside of a watermelon and put an actual head in there.
Yeah.
And
They
then
would see
smuggle it.
right through such a plan. Trust me.
Oh,
Oh,
all
with the
right.
X-rays?
The bone will, yeah, totally. If you are traveling, you may want to keep this in mind. Keep your seatbelt on the airplane. Even when the captain's turned
Oh,
it
come
off,
on.
No.
keep it on.
No,
Yes,
What am I, a dick bag over here?
apparently.
no. What I do is I have no seatbelt on, and then when the gas masks come down,
Yeah,
then I throw everybody out of my line of seats,
Right.
and then I do like in the grey where I lie down sideways and I strap myself down with all 3 seatbelts.
well, perhaps,
And then I wake up in the snow with my dead ex-wife under a blanket. I fight many wolves. I die.
perhaps Bennett will show
Don't
us
we all?
video recently taken on a Boeing 737 that was hit with turbulence over France.
Yeah.
You'll see the flight attendant there to the right, in the yellow shirt. Oh, she goes up and hits the ceiling. That's hilarious. She's dead.
Fall down, go
Wait.
boom.
Oh,
No, she's not dead.
You suck, Will.
No, but you laughed
That
at
was
it, so I was
fucked
going
up.
to teach you a lesson.
Yeah, but it didn't look that bad. You
Oh.
made it sound like I liked death on the radio. It was
She
a
did.
She barely hit it.
all the scalding hot water from the coffee went all over everybody.
Well, maybe
too.
they should have suspended beverage service.
When
I never understand that.
When
Good point, Michael.
when the plane dropped by 1,000 feet or whatever, they should have. Yeah.
Well, but
Oh,
you're
look,
going
I
through the
bet they
shit.
did.
How about you just wheel it
They
to the back
weren't
and start
going
over
through
with?
shit. It just happened.
Well, that's pilot error.
Then why
No,
was
it's
that guy
not.
filming?
What?
Yeah, why was that guy filming?
I don't know. Why? I can show you 1,000 videos on my phone that are. You'd be like, why is that guy filming?
So
why are
you're
you
saying,
attacking?
You're saying that guy was just sitting there filming beverage service and everybody was going along with that?
He actually, it looks like, Michael, I'm watching the video over and over again. It looks like the wife was putting her jacket on.
Yeah.
And he was doing, I think he was filming her putting her jacket on as drinks came. It seemed like they were not facing turbulence. It was a out of nowhere hit.
Okay, now here comes.
Because it seems like they were
here
just like
comes
being
the flight
cool.
attendant. Is it going to be tomato juice or V8?
And then they weren't
she
cool
does
at
have
all.
V8. They're only going to get one of those. Salad inside every drink.
Man, I would love.
Is that
for,
a pregnant lady that's covered in juice?
I would love for Tully to be on an airplane that hits a wind shear and drop like 10,000 feet within a second.
What? Oh wait, was he talking shit on them for
He-
looking
he-
scared?
Dude, he talks shit on everything all the time.
Wait,
Have you
Dude,
not noticed this?
I don't wear the seatbelt, but I do hold on to it like I'm in the rodeo.
See.
Well, I wear it, but I wear it in a weird way where it goes in between my legs,
Uh-huh.
and if there is any turbulence, I give myself a wedgie, like a side wedge.
I weave mine through my belt loops in my jeans. Safety first.
I live my life 10,000 feet of free fall at a time.
What about if I'm on the roof when it happens? Then I'm fine, right?
Yes. Yeah, you want to stay on the roof. Is what they say.
I wonder if anybody was pooping.
I bet they were then.
I bet you it went back up in their hole for a second.
Yeah, right.
It's quite the surprise.
A lot of G's on that poop. Wonder if they were filming that.
Do you get any water from the bowl to hit your taint? There's no water in there, right?
There's enough.
No.
No? You get the little blue splash.
From what I've seen recently on airplane planes, it's just a completely dry metal
Yeah,
bowl with a
and then
flap.
it comes out of nowhere when you. It's like
and when you flush that,
Yeah.
that flap goes down, and it's sucked right out of the plane.
Yeah, hopefully the turbulence, the flap would stop it from coming back up. You'd hope anyway.
Does the pee and poop fly out with every flush?
Yeah, it just falls all over people. On the
That's
ground.
why people get hit with turd
Yeah.
rocks all the time.
That's right. You've never gotten hit.
Usually-
Don't
by,
know if
by,
you guys are
by
fucking
flying
with me.
shit from a plane.
Mainly deer get hit by turd rocks because it's usually like a forest noggin.
Yeah, you don't want to eat one of those.
I mean, just New York City turds hitting
Right.
people in the streets, very rare.
Well, and from that height, as you well know, a penny can go straight through a human body. So you
Right.
can imagine what an airborne turd can do from 30,000 feet.
Yeah, it's like a turd spear.
Just rip your face off.
I imagine the force would just tear the turd to shreds, and then it just.
If your face clean off.
It gently floats down to the ground.
I mean,
No.
there's just got to be a better way.
It's a face ripper. That's what that thing is.
No, if you shit and it doesn't curl up in the bowl, it just goes straight out straight. I mean, that's an assassination, right? That thing is just a turd assassinator.
I've been saying for years it should be a crime to take a shit on a plane.
It's like a shit lightning bolt shot down from the skies.
All right, I've come to the conclusion you guys are fucking with me.
Yeah, have you?
How's your salad?
Fucking choke on that.
It hurt.
Hey, so would you get on an airplane if it didn't have a pilot? Because the chief salesman for Airbus says his company already has that technology ready to go and is working on winning over regulators with the idea, but mostly he's got to win over consumers. I mean, people have to be willing to get on an airplane that doesn't have a pilot on it.
No.
Wait, you're saying no, just the word no, or you're saying no, you will not get on a plane with no pilot? What are you saying?
It just seems so unnecessary. I would assume that there's lots of commercial trains that could basically drive themselves, but for all of the other expenses, you can pay one goddamn professional to be there in case a human being is needed.
Wait, you're saying that if it flies itself, because it flies itself, it will be unstaffed?
That's
Right.
what you're saying, that it would replace the pilot.
No pilot.
There would just be nobody there at all?
That's what he is
Sure.
saying.
Flight attendant might bring you a root beer.
Would we be able to hang out in the cockpit now?
Can I at least have like a drunk retired bus driver that acts like he knows where it's going?
Yeah.
Okay, well then, yeah, fine.
Hey, everybody, I'm Captain Doug.
Yeah, like some dude that just, you know what I mean, like
I'm Captain
William
Dumb.
Shatner or
Doug.
something, just
Doug.
fucking.
We're gonna be later. Hey, later.
Like,
His
who cares?
hat on all sideways.
Yeah.
Next stop, Winchester.
Yeah, just say shit all day. I don't care. I know what the ticket goes.
By the way, says Airbus hopes to be selling hybrid or electric passenger jets by around 2035. That's right around the corner.
Wait. Oh.
Electric jet.
Yeah, people want those
But isn't
because
an
of-
electric jet not electric? Isn't an electric car not electric?
What do you mean?
Aren't they half gas, half electric?
No.
I mean,
Well,
a fully,
a hybrid would be.
A hybrid is.
An electric would be electric.
but a full electric plane?
Yeah. Jet.
They made electric. I don't know who wrote. I saw somebody riding those electric motocross bikes, like on a supercross track or at a skate park, and they make barely any sound. But I don't know anybody who's proper good at riding dirt bikes that rode it and told me how good it was. I don't know if it's the future, but it's weird. They make them already.
Yeah, would riding on a jet with no sound be super odd? I mean, you'd have the wind rushing by, I guess.
Yeah, it'd be the same as, because we've already did the Formula One cars that are now the battery ones, so you can still hear them. So you would still hear it. It'd be so weird to hear a Supercross race where all the bikes were just like in the dirt. It would really take away from
quiet.
Yeah, it'd be odd.
Are you trying to kick the habit of eating fast food, smoking, swearing, nail biting? There's a bracelet that will solve all your problems. You might say it's a shocking way to quit a bad habit.
Oh, I'm not getting electrocuted
Yeah, you
if
are.
I say fuck.
Yeah, you are. That's what this thing will do. But, you have to push the button to do it. Anyway, it's called the Pavlok bracelet. It sends 350 volts to the wearer every time they find themselves falling victim to a bad habit they're working to change. This behavior is using negative stimuli, of course, to, reinforce, don't do that.
But you have to self-administer the punishment?
Yeah. And it kind of seems like...
But how does it know when I'm getting
it's
a burger?
self-administered.
So, like, when you smoke a cigarette, it'd be like, oops, and then you have to push the button to zap yourself?
Yeah, you're like, I don't want to say... I got to have some fast food, bzz, or whatever.
If I don't have the
Wait,
self-control
you shock yourself?
Yes. You shock yourself.
Fucking stupid.
Yeah,
That's
that's
is this real?
See, I thought this was bullshit too, but then I started thinking, what about food poisoning? I mean, you never want to eat that food that you ate when you got food poisoning again.
That's not true.
Oh, that's true for me.
Okay, yeah, you're probably right, but you can fight past it. But yeah, okay.
But
I'll never eat squirrel again.
You're associating a negative.
I remember when I was a young boy, I could never drink vodka orange juice for a long time because.
Southern Comfort.
There you go.
I don't know how. I don't know how they're in business because everybody I know had one night that was the last night they will ever touch it.
Vodka and Snapple.
Well, because there's always new people to come to the game.
Right, but they literally drink it one time.
I don't know about that. Anyway.
Well, but I mean, is there no truth to there being a negative, something negative fires off in your brain in the future after doing that to yourself a bunch of times? Every time you want to cuss or eat fast food or smoke?
I just,
like
I mean, to
Pavlov's
remind
dog.
just why don't you just not do it?
That's
all
the thing.
But just it's so insanely
that's bullshit.
stupid.
That's bullshit.
You've got a thing on your wrist that you're gonna, what about you know what you're gonna do? You're gonna eat the cake and not press the electric button.
Of course. If you had the
So
self-discipline,
you're even more humiliating.
Yeah, if you had the self-discipline to shock yourself before you ate the burger, you probably wouldn't have been ordering the burger in the first place. Now, if it somehow did like smell the burger and shocked me and the voltage was high enough, I don't know, maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. I'm no expert, but
you have to be dedicated to it.
It takes discipline to shock yourself every time you want to do something.
Absolutely.
How many people have said, "Oh, I'm going to stop looking at my phone during 8 to 9 p.m. or whatever"?
But you can't say, "Why not just quit doing it?" That's an easy one. Okay, why don't you just quit doing heroin? Why don't you just quit, drinking? Why don't you just quit? There's
Well, that's
so
the
many
thing.
things.
If I'm addicted to Big Macs, I'm also not going to waste like $200 on a shock bracelet that I have to shock myself with manually.
If you are really have a problem with Big Macs and that's what you do all the time and you're trying everything to stop it, I think $200 is a small price to pay for something that might help you.
I just don't think you're going to do it.
If Drake started wearing it, everybody would do it.
Probably.
True.
But otherwise, that's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Hey,
Just don't eat it.
If you're traveling for the 4th of July holiday,
Can't you just, what about when you reach for the burger, you slap yourself on the hand?
people have done that
Like,
with
you know
rubber
how
bands.
there's the guy that is he's a lady on one side and he's a man on the other?
Oh, I love when he dances.
What?
Yeah.
I'm thinking of a guy who used to be on TV in like the 70s.
Yes, that's what I'm
Yeah,
thinking
yeah,
of.
yeah,
Where
yeah.
he goes to one side and then the other
He
side.
dances. Yeah.
Okay, see, that's probably an American thing.
tango.
Thank you, Michael.
Yeah.
But what about if you just do that? Like if you're fat, just change one side of your body to what's that gay guy who has said he's not gay, who's like a health advisor guy?
Richard Simmons.
Yeah. Just turn one of your sides into Richard Simmons. And just every time you reach something, go, no, do not have that. You know what I mean? Just bash yourself with like a really old gay guy's voice. I can't do it. I'm not that old.
I can't.
And every time, it's the same thing. Hit the electric button on the wristband that I have. Or I could just go, don't you do that, you fat little bastard.
Now,
Why can't I just do that instead? I'd save myself this $8. If I just commit, I'll write it down. Big thing. From now on, this hand is Richard Simmons.
Because you wouldn't associate that with the negative.
I've got to
being
eat it, and then I've got to look at the wrist and go, press the electrocute myself button. Or I could just go, don't you? And I'll do the weird, what's the one where the guy dresses like the old lady and then he stabs the bitch in the hotel through the shower curtain? What?
Spoiler alert.
Go.
Why did your microphone disappear?
Psycho. Is what
There you
you're
go.
looking for, yeah.
That guy, because you know how he talks like he's his mum, and then he talks like he's him.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, fuck everybody that hasn't seen that. Yeah, do that with one hand against all the other fat thoughts.
But
that
I
you
did
have
a friend who quit smoking by wearing a rubber band on his hand, on his wrist, and every time he started like reaching for cigarettes or something, he would pop himself with a rubber band. I'm just saying.
So are you playing devil's advocate, Will, or do you honestly think this is a good idea?
I'm playing devil's advocate, but I don't.
Stupid.
I also don't think it should be just completely shit on if we don't know what the scientific.
Why don't you try
studies
this,
are
Kevin? Because you don't want to eat
lettuce.
You definitely need to do this for lettuce before the show. But I was thinking more for your Reese's Pieces across the street. How you know when you're high and you want to go over there and get them. Maybe right before you go over there to get them,
electrocute.
You should go. Listen here, you little fat.
And then punch yourself in the dick.
Yeah, punch yourself in the dick as Richard Simmons, and tell you all these reasons how you're gonna, tomorrow you're gonna get up and be a special person. And all
Those
this
peanut
stuff.
butter cups are gonna go straight to your nipples.
There you go. Do all those, and then you won't go over there, right? I mean, or you could just get one of those dog collars from the Ellis Mania and electrocute yourself.
Or I could just enjoy some delicious, delectable peanut butter cups.
See why I choose. I would like to watch you eat the peanut butter cups while you say what you just said.
And can he get electrocuted too?
Sure.
You know what I like to do? I like to bite the chocolate off the sides
Mm-hmm.
and then try and use my teeth to peel the chocolate off the top and then peel the chocolate off the bottom and then I eat the pure peanut butter saucer.
Man. You're so close to unfuckable. It's insane. Why would you say that? Is that really what you do? Is that like?
Of course
do you
it
do that
is.
because you don't want to eat them too fast?
No, sometimes I like to just do them separate. So I'll eat all the chocolate. That peanut butter is so delicious.
Is it?
Except when you bite into it and it's like that
Isn't it
fucking dry, crumbly, like mummy peanut butter. I
Yeah,
hate that.
Yeah, it's terrible.
But when you get like that squishy, it almost looks like a dab.
Do you like when you get that peanut butter from the market where they make, they crush the peanuts and give you the peanut butter?
Oh, like at the farmer's market?
Yeah.
I've never gotten that.
Natural peanut butter.
Yeah, natural peanut butter.
All my peanut butter comes from Reese's.
You should just get a jar of that shit, man.
Can't get
If they
that,
made
can
it,
you?
I would.
Yeah.
I bet they do.
I one time bought a jar of
Let's see if we can
edible
order it.
cookie
Yeah,
dough.
no,
they
they
used
do.
to sell that
They
at
do.
Target.
I'm looking at it right now. Yeah.
What?
You spoiled my Christmas present, but yeah.
I'll eat another one.
Wait, a jar of it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Duh.
You know what, though? I guarantee you there's no way that's the same peanut butter they put
I know.
in the
I knew
cups.
it. He's going to say. No, because it's solidified in the chocolate and it tastes different.
Why the fuck would they make two different peanut butters and then sell them as the same thing? Why on earth would that make any sense?
Do you think maybe it just tastes different because it's been wrapped up in chocolate all that time, Kevin?
There's only one way to find out. Oh, look at the reviews. It only has 3.5 stars. People have issues.
What, they're saying it's not.
Something's afoot.
They're saying it's not what you thought it was?
That's not a foot.
I'm going to guess.
I don't know if that's the case, dude. I think it might be, oh, wow, you can get giant tubs of it?
How big is that? Oh, my God.
I'm
How
going to
many
paint
ounces?
myself in it.
I love how it says all natural. Why do I call bullshit on that?
What does that say? How many ounces is that?
Oh, ha! Okay.
4.5 pounds?
I'm looking at the 1-star reviews. It seems like it has just the same amount of 1-star reviews as it does 5-star reviews. Tastes like normal-ass peanut butter. I'm ashamed. This person says, don't have Reese's taste at all. For $8, I really thought I got something my brother would love. It's like any other normal $4 at Wally World peanut butter. Don't buy it. Waste of money!
Does that mean you all don't get that you think that you're eating it with chocolate and that's why it's tasting good?
No, I'm telling you that it's like that crystally thick peanut butter that they put in the cups.
Wait, what company makes
It
this? We
does-
got to get in touch with somebody.
I think it's Hershey, right?
Yeah,
It does have that, because I eat a fair amount of Reese's peanut butter cups. It does have that more crystally, it's almost like the fancy stuff, not Justin's. the fancy stuff everybody was eating for a while.
I think it is Justin's.
Is it Justin's that was thicker and did have like little because it's honey sweetened, so it had like the little honey crystals in it?
It's basically peanut butter flavored sugar.
Yes, it's sweeter than it's definitely sweeter than regular peanut butter, which is crazy since it's already paired with chocolate.
Yeah, but sugar is good.
No, I'm with you. That's a fucking.
It's true. It's a true statement.
That's
so cool.
That's like a top 3 like chocolate snack for me personally.
And have you ever bitten all the chocolate off of it
No.
and then just enjoyed the peanut?
Man, you're desperate for a friend on that one, huh?
You should try
Nope.
it.
I
Don't do
I eat them a lot. I eat them too much.
Is
I eat
there
'em like a
any
man.
food that you eat a certain way? Like every time I eat a broccoli, I gotta eat the.
Everybody eats a
stem
corn on the
first.
cob the same way, right?
No, I don't.
What do you mean?
I cut it off.
That's
Will
fucking
pull-
ridiculous.
No, it's
Shoves the whole
delicious.
cob down his throat, pulls it out, and there's no kernels left.
That's not how you do it.
Suck the corn right off.
Yeah.
Will removes those pesky niblets and then just eats that cob.
Boy. Say goodbye to the population of Earth.
Oh, okay.
Bye. I'm not gonna miss most of you.
For the first time in modern history, the world's population is expected to stop growing. By
Really?
the end of the century, it will stop growing.
Oh,
Why?
cool. Because they always know lots of shit about what's gonna happen in 80 years.
Oh man, we
See,
ruined it. I thought maybe something cool was gonna.
Shithead strikes again. By 20
What's the point of it all?
That's what I'm gonna call my next album.
Yeah, you should. You should get it legally changed. The main reason is falling global fertility rates.
Oh.
People are becoming less fertile.
Yeah, we got shit nuts.
Man, I had to stop myself from making babies.
Nuts.
Some people can't make babies.
I know. I'm a fucking
Yeah.
baby machine.
What's up with that?
Fucking
Yeah.
had a baby on birth control.
But
I thought it was just because life is just so expensive that nobody wants to take on an extra mouth.
No.
no, that's
No.
not it.
No. I mean, paradoxically, the people who can least afford to have children tend to have the most of them.
I blame sushi. Sushi.
Yeah, mercury's in
Because
it.
it's got mercury from the dolphins in it, and it's making your balls not make babies.
That's right. It's making Jeremy Pivens of all of us.
Jeremy Piven has no balls?
He got shut down by tuna rolls.
Oh, Piven's is a bowl.
Yeah.
He's a he's a
He's a
ballless
fucking-
lady
he's a
man
fucking
because he
human-
ate
Yeah.
too many tuna
It's
fishes.
a human thermometer.
Oh no, not James, not his hair and his testicles. You can get gold balls though, Piven. You're rich as hell. Don't give up. He's
Hey,
doing great, right?
Never been better.
A 50-year-old man named
He won that battle against that dude
Thing?
from Blade.
He's won the battle of life.
What
The battle of life against the dude that was the bad guy in Blade.
Fuck, blue e-cigarette guy.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't think of his name.
I know, but that's fine. We all know who he is now.
Deacon Frost.
Yes,
I know
Deacon Frost.
I
That's
know
what
that's
his
his
name is.
character name.
He was Deacon Frost.
Yeah.
Anyway, Will.
Speaking of testicles, doctors were carrying out surgery on a 13-year-old to remove a tumor in his testicle.
It's probably going to grow back. He's so young.
But the doctors, when they ripped open his scrotum, they found a tooth.
Cat. Oh. A tooth.
A tooth.
Wait, does that mean that his twin brother was upside down inside him?
No.
Oh, his dick ate his twin.
No.
Yeah.
No. It was his tooth.
Wait. Where were they again?
In the hospital.
No, in his body.
Oh, in his testicle.
Yeah.
It was a
And
tooth
That's
in
when
his
they found out
testicle.
he had tried to eat his own balls.
No.
Yeah, but, I mean, who did it? How hard did his mother punch him?
So hard that he had a tooth in his testicle. Medics said the rare condition was a teratoma tumor originating before birth due to a stem cell failure. It meant that the tooth had grown inside one of his testicles instead of growing in his mouth.
Whoa!
Bong bong.
Does that mean he's got a little hairy patch in his mouth?
Ew!
Got like one small section of scrot skin.
Right.
Scrote skin in your mouth is so bad, man.
And it's hairy.
It's not cool with this. Stop, man.
Every once in a while, you gotta
I'm gonna lick that.
spit out a hair.
Not cool. You just spit out hairs for no reason.
Yeah.
Like while you're eating, there's always a hair in your soup, no matter what soup you get from anywhere.
It's always there.
Oh, so he literally has a missing tooth.
Yeah, it grew in his testicle.
So his body didn't grow an extra one. It just grew in the wrong
the
place.
top of his mouth looks kind of sacky.
No,
it does look sacky.
In other news,
It's got gills up there.
A 50-year-old man named Lawrence Vanderdell convinced staff at a bank that the banana he was holding was a gun. So they handed over about $1,500. Do you know what he did then?
He ate the banana.
No, he took his banana and split. No, actually, he approached two cops and told them that he had just carried out a bank robbery, and they laughed and sent him on his way.
And then he peeled out.
Tough acting to acting.
He answered the phone and said, "Yellow."
No.
He walked.
Listen up now.
He walked to a police station about 2 miles away and was able to convince them that he had robbed a bank, and he was arrested for robbery.
Why was he so keen to get caught?
He said that he recently got evicted and he wanted to have a roof over his head.
Did he get evicted because he had a birthmark face?
No.
What is that? Is that a black eye or is that a
looks like a
birthmark
black
in his eye?
That looks like a black eye.
Yeah, it's kind of Gorbachev-y, but it's all around the eye socket.
Yeah. He must have wanted a place to live a whole bunch.
He was homeless? Obviously.
He got
Sorry.
evicted.
So banana, and then you go.
Yeah.
If you're just a guy who's not that hot and you're 50 and you rob a bank with a banana and you go in, do you have to get butt fucked?
No. I don't know. I don't know what the rules
Do you know what I mean?
are.
Like, isn't there like a...
Come on,
do you
man.
get to a year? Do you get to an age? Like, obviously, I feel like this is when things like, yeah, Jess, you look young for your age. Yeah, that's cool. But if I go to jail, I'm getting butt fucked. But if I looked 50, like some 50-year-olds do, and you go to jail, can you just slip through the cracks and just sort of like get your sandwich and you go to your thing and you fold the laundry and nobody butt fucks you?
I think you're that. Plus, you robbed a bank with a banana.
Do they have to know that? Is that true? Do they have to know that how you did it and
They'll
what
find
you did?
It always seems like in movies that they always
know, but that's
what it
movies.
is in for.
No, but if you lie about it, they're going to think that you did something that's going to get
But
a
wouldn't you just
shanking.
say you robbed a bank?
Yeah.
Okay, is it less butt fuckable to rob a bank or to rob a bank with a banana because you're homeless?
Banana.
It's so you'd like to butt fuck the bank robber.
I
who
didn't
just
say
robbed.
that. I'm just saying I'm turned off by the banana.
I'm saying if you're an evil guy in jail that butt fucks the newcomer.
I don't think it really matters because I think it all comes down to the guy's vibe. If he's a dweeb who went in with a gun, he's going to have problems. If he's just this guy who has this crazy, sadistic, he's capable of anything vibe, and you're like, God, I can actually kind of see how that weirdo robbed a bank with a banana. I'm fucking terrified of him. Well, then that guy's fine.
It all depends on his sex appeal.
That's really what it boils down to, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Doesn't matter what you rub a bank with, but if you've got any sex appeal,
right,
watch out, you're getting butt fucked.
Yeah, I know. I can't go to prison, man. By the way,
I don't believe you get butt fucked, though. I think it's more of like a butt mule.
Jason, what's yellow and always points north? A magnetic banana.
Glad you said it.
Okay. From the New York Post. Police.
What is a... No, I don't want to know.
Okay.
Go ahead.
From the New York Post. In the town of Dover, Foxcroft, Maine, someone smashed in a window at a pizzeria Friday morning.
That's bullshit. Pizzerias are the backbone of this great country.
The only clue they have, they know it
What's better than
was
pizza?
a moose.
Burgers.
What?
That's about it. Or vice versa, about the same. Really, you can argue, but really, what is the greatest thing that you can eat? A pizza or a burger.
Nothing more American.
That's probably the tastiest things ever invented. On the spectrum of all foods.
It was a moose that did it.
Oh, well, then he didn't know.
I think he was hungry.
Right, well, that
Threw
moose...
a moose threw a brick?
No,
he used his horns, right?
Yeah.
Did he get some pizza?
I never knew that mooses were just horse deer. Until I
Wow.
met one, and I'm like, holy shit, you're a fucking horse deer. I had no idea you're that big.
The picture that we're looking at, because Bennett
Is that him
brought it
leaving?
up on the screen,
That's him leaving.
is the moose leaving the pizza shop.
You got one of him coming in?
It was shot by Matt Poole, who's an officer with the sheriff's office.
Oh, he had to break on through because he didn't understand
To the other
doors.
side.
Yeah.
Because he's a giant horse deer, so he doesn't know what's going on, and then he just went through the invisible wall.
Now he's coming back out.
It's like a blackout.
police,
Did he get any pizza?
No, he did not. And the police released a statement saying, "We've identified the suspect, and they are not in custody."
Oh, humor.
Because we executed him.
I know. They hope
What?
did he go? They let him go, right?
He's yeah, but he's probably injured, don't you think? After breaking through that glass like that.
Yeah, but they're giant horse deers. They can survive.
Yeah, horse deers
Couple
can
of
survive.
couple of nicks.
He looks very skinny.
Yeah, he looks fucked up.
He needs a pizza.
And he doesn't have horns. Where's his antlers?
He looks pretty shit, actually. This is probably one of the most shit mooses I've ever seen.
That's a mangy moose.
Maybe it's a blurry photo and you can't see how powerful his horns are. I don't know.
Shit moose.
He looks like a stretched out dog.
No, he's crap.
That's a horse deer.
Which is even more so. Give the guy some pizza, for Christ's sakes.
And Will's health news.
No, we need more Will's health news.
Why is flesh-eating bacteria moving into previously unaffected waters?
Because of hippies.
No, the culprit,
Yoga pants.
according to doctors, is climate change.
Right.
In a report published yesterday in the Annals of Internal Medicine,
Hey, baby.
researchers say that rising water temperatures in the Delaware Bay may be to blame for an increased number of cases of Vibrio vulnificus infection.
That's the best diseases you can get.
That can occur after handling or consuming seafood or coming into contact with seawater. Vibrio vulnificus bacteria can cause the so-called flesh-eating infection, or, as we like to call it in the biz, necrotizing fasciitis.
From going in the water?
Yeah. And it can cause diarrhea, too.
Wait.
Who cares?
There's
your
a water
skin's dying. You don't care if you're taking a
There's
shit.
a water that eats your flesh now?
Yep.
Yeah. The bacteria's in the water. In sea
Well,
water.
whose water?
No, don't. wanna go
Delaware
to
Water Gap.
Delaware Bay.
All right. Is that near us? Are we drinking that?
Nope.
It's not going to come here?
East Coast.
It might. Who knows?
Man, what's going on, man? What are we going to do, bruh? Freak out.
In the report, a team of infectious diseases specialists described the 5 cases of Vibrio vulnificus necrotizing fasciitis.
Who got it?
That occurred during the summer of
Narata,
2017 and
Nick too.
2018. The year
Don't do that, fucker.
And the year before, they only had 1 case, and now they got 5 cases in
Where?
Do
Where?
not taunt the
5
Necronomicon.
people have got flesh-eating disease from the water?
All 5 cases.
Yeah.
All of these patients
Yeah.
were exposed to water and or ate crabs from Delaware Bay.
5 people. That's like half of Delaware.
Fuck you! All the patients received prompt medical attention and surgical management, but 1 patient died anyway.
Because he had the flesh-eating virus inside his stomach, and it ate through him.
If you say so.
In Delaware?
Yep.
Who eats crabs in Delaware? That's like
Everybody.
Yeah. They're right by Maryland, and that's the thing there.
Oh,
they
it
kinda
is.
are
Sorry,
famous for
I
it.
forgot. I did not know it was right near Baltimore. Buck Elastic shit. What's up?
Yeah. Cocaine cut with the veterinary drug levamisole.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's extra good, right?
That could be the culprit in a flurry of flesh-eating diseases in New York and Los Angeles.
So you're doing cocaine that's going to make your flesh disappear.
The drug is used to deworm cattle and pigs, sheep, all of that.
Yeah. No, I see how that would work. Worms hate cocaine.
But when people snort it up their nose, it can rot the skin off their noses, ears, and cheeks.
Man, I wonder what I snorted. Because I
I
bought
know,
like
right?
street
When
coke.
you're a kid, you get the cheap coke. I know, man. I had coke in Australia where I was like, I think I snorted talcum powder, but it could have been a bunch of other stuff.
I'd be fascinated to
Sure
know
as hell wasn't cocaine.
the
I tell you
things I
that.
snorted in coke.
Can
and smoked.
get ready for
$200 for a bag of turds.
Get ready for that.
Might have been white dog shit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've smoked drywall.
Well, you got to live,
Yeah.
Red jackets?
You gotta get the dun 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 button ready, right?
Oh, okay.
And over 80% of the country's Coke supply contains it.
I'm sorry, everybody that does Coke, but I'm pretty pumped.
Wait, why? Why are you
'Cause I don't
happy
do it.
about that? Well, you're happy not to do it, of course, but
Sounds good.
You guys are stupid.
experts,
No, that's really bad. Seriously.
Experts say they don't know how big of a problem it really is yet. I mean, most of the patients have been in New York and LA, but that's just because we get the Coke first here.
Well, how
And
many
in
people?
Florida-
How many people have had burning face from doing bumps?
Well, in a study in the Journal of American Academy of Dermatology,
Yeah.
they describe 6 cocaine users recently plagued by the dark purple patches of dying flesh.
Fuck.
Oh, that's that guy.
hot for you.
That's that banana robber.
Yeah, he's got it. It all
kinda
ties
has that?
together.
You know who has that?
Banana.
Like Lohan looks like that.
Hmm.
Follow
Does
on
she?
Insta- Yeah. So does
Ew.
Lindsay Lohan has purple.
I feel like her face is so
Fleshing.
blotchy.
I still
She's
like
so
her.
so taxed.
I think she's still hot.
Somebody else does too, because she's living the life.
And that study, they did say it. It's on the coast, but it's probably all over the country or getting there. Individuals who regularly take the cocaine contaminant levamisole demonstrate impaired cognitive performance as well. So you get a thinned prefrontal cortex, and you start losing your shit, and your face is dying off.
It takes a lot of energy to be a rock star.
Maybe you not want to do that cocaine party.
All right,
Can
only
you-
heroin
What
for
are you
me.
talking about?
How many bumps do you take before your face doesn't come off?
All it takes is one bump, Jason.
Really?
I don't know.
not true.
I have
Really?
idea. Well, if you got the bacteria in you.
If you do a little bit of bumps every now and then, you'll be all right, though, right?
You said six people. You said 6 people have got this, right?
Out of all the people that do the bumps,
What about the
Michael.
million? What about the millions who are raging?
Raging.
I'm saying that
Best night they ever had,
King
Michael.
of the world.
Shag my friends tonight.
I'm saying that they've comprehensively studied these 6 people and reported on what's going on with
And only
them.
one of them died, right?
No, you're thinking about.
Oh, sorry, yeah. No, these guys
people
lived.
who ate crabs.
These all lived.
Anybody
Don't eat
listening
crabs,
who did some coke and it ate their face? Give us a call 855-41.
Fear running rampant in the Kansas neighborhood of Overland Park as surveillance videos have captured a mystery man.
Yeah.
Who shows up on the front porches of houses late at night,
Shits.
dressed in a hazmat suit.
Ooh, that's scary.
That's what they call it, but he's basically in a plastic or rubber suit that
Yeah.
covers his face.
Yeah.
And
He's got like a dog collar
he's
on.
wearing what appears to be a miner's light on his forehead. He's got a backpack. He's got a pair of gloves. Kind of looks like the guys cooking the
Breaking
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad guys went S&M.
It
Sure.
kind of looks like Ku Klux Klan 2.0.
Anyway, so he shows up to your door and does what?
Rings the doorbell and quickly walks away.
That's it?
So far.
Who cares?
And for all of the effort he put into this disguise, like you can see his eyes enough that when they find the guy, they're going to be able to link him to all the other crimes.
It's Donald Schultz.
It is. Look. No, it's not.
I feel like they do need to stop this weirdo, though.
What about that
He's
guy
for
that
sure up
made
to
out with the
something.
doorbell? They didn't get that guy. I'd be more worried about the dude making out with the doorbell, and then he just stumbles off into the bushes. You don't fucking find him. Good luck finding hazmat.
See, I feel like
What about the blacked out asshole that put his tongue in the door hole for 15 minutes?
I feel like
Nobody
that guy just
caught
got some.
that guy.
He just got some really good Molly. This guy's up to something.
Yeah.
I don't want to know what phase 2 is.
Yeah, this to me is a little creepier than, like clowns coming up on your porch or whatever.
I mean, isn't it just a friend being funny?
No, he's done this to a bunch of people, right?
Yeah.
He's a bad man.
All in the neighborhood.
Maybe he doesn't have a job and he's trying to find the right home. What? People don't have jobs lately.
He works during
homes
the day.
lately.
The only time he can go see houses is at night.
Maybe
He works at the hazmat plant.
He's in the market for a new front door. Just kind of seeing what people got.
Maybe he's checking which house is the best house to go into and murder everybody, and he doesn't want anybody to see his face until he comes to kill them.
See, there's a simple explanation.
Yeah,
Will,
okay.
when you get so freaked out.
All right. Or maybe he's coming to give him a comically giant check for $1 million.
Or he's come to give you money. Yeah. That's what it is. He's just like, nope, you're not the house. Off he goes again.
From the Washington Post, an article by Tony Rahm. For most Americans,
Did he invent backroom yoga?
He did have a hand inventing ramen noodles. Yeah. For most Americans, robocalls represent an unavoidable nuisance.
I told the Red Cross I was going to take him to court.
Okay, now everybody, please raise your hand if you don't think Tully's an asshole.
Wait, why?
The guy laughed at me. Because I give blood, right? But they'll call you, but I'm busy. I got a baby. Sometimes I have to take little breaks from giving blood, you know?
Yeah.
And they'll call you and say, hey, it's been a little while. We want you to come by and make another appointment. And I say, guys, I would love to give blood as often as you would love me to give blood. I have a rare blood type. I know it's helpful for me to do so. I just can't. Trust me, when I can, I will make the appointment. I do not need reminder phone calls. And I have asked them to stop calling me 25 times.
Oh, yeah, they just keep calling.
And I think it's because they don't think anybody's going to do anything because they're the goddamn Red Cross.
Or maybe life hangs in the balance.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, there's a guy fucking bleeding out, and they go, quick, call Tully. Right, sure.
I hope you take that organization straight to the fucking ground.
So I just said to the guy, I said, I've asked you guys.
Shit.
I'm bluffing. I'm not going to do anything. But I told the guy, it was like only a couple days ago, he called me, and I'm like, I have told you guys to take me off your phone call list so many times. You leave me no choice. The next time you guys call me and ask me for blood, I am going to alert the authorities. And he laughed, but he knew, he didn't know that. He didn't know. He thought I was being totally serious, which I was, except that I wouldn't do it, you know? So, yeah, I told the Red Cross to fuck off. It's not the first time. It is the first time I threatened legal action.
Oh, man.
The Federal Trade Commission is who you want to threaten them with.
That's so awesome.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, take
I'm already
Red Cross.
I'm giving you my goddamn blood. Call somebody else. Fucking busy.
I can't be bothered saving somebody's life. Why did they
You
go
fuck
get,
me, I fuck you.
No, that's
they
the
got
point.
cut in the first place?
I can be bothered saving lives. I would like to think I've already saved a few. I will go when I have time.
Yeah, I'm busy right now.
Anyway, Will?
Those robocalls, I say. Yes, robocalls. Did you know they could be deadly?
Wait, robocalls can kill me?
Yeah.
I think he meant to say RoboCops.
No, robocalls. That's what I'm talking about here. When it comes to hospitals treating people who are critically wounded, every second counts. But what if important calls are interrupted by robocalls?
Yeah, like the fucking Red Cross.
They're not jamming up the phone lines at the hospital, Tolly.
Speak
I
for
thought you
yourself.
said it laughed at you.
Yeah.
So that's not a robot?
No, it's a guy.
Right.
Yeah.
At least they do it with an actual person.
They do.
In Boston, Tufts Medical Center, doctors, administrators, and other hospital staff struggled to contain an epidemic of robocalls in April of 2018. It was a wave of thousands of robocalls that spread like a virus from one phone line to the next. It disrupted communications for hours at the hospital. They registered more than 4,500 calls in 2 hours. Most of the calls were the same. Someone speaking in Mandarin, threatening deportation unless the person who picked up the phone provided them with personal information, like, Social Security or credit card and name. I don't know.
How do they get away with that, Will?
Our government's not doing a lot to stop it.
Oh, man, the government.
I thought they were. I thought that Trump signed some thing.
This is what the people at the hospital say. They said they could not block the phone calls through their telecom carrier and that there was nothing that they could do.
99% of the phone calls I get are from telemarketers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get
that's
like
a
3
lot.
or 4 a day.
It happens a lot. And I'm starting to get texts with like
Me too.
pictures of products and stuff in it, and go to this party and
Yep.
buy this shoe.
I'm Ann.
Give me blood.
People tell me good news. Good news, Ann. I'm like, okay.
Oh, do I? So
I told you, I showed you that when I got the robo text of a girl show me her bra, right?
That's awesome, though. You
It
got
was
to
like-
respond to those for sure. You give her your money?
Yeah.
Hey, baby, I'm in your city. Remember these or some shit?
You just respond with your credit card number. That's what I would do.
Hell yeah. Did you say hell yeah? I remember those.
Sweet bra, here's my money.
Yeah, I balance my credit card on my erect penis and take a picture of it.
Yeah, I stick my credit card in my meatus and take a photo of that and just send that.
Rachel Schmidt
Yes?
and her 11-year-old son love Halloween.
Everybody loves Halloween.
Love
except,
Halloween
like,
Schmidt.
Weird people.
So, when they spotted a creepy bargain at a creepy yard sale, they bought
They
it.
went for it.
It was a plastic skeleton
Uh-oh.
decoration.
It was a real skeleton.
They bought it for $2.
It was made of cocaine.
They named it Jeffy.
Yeah.
It was
That's weird to name your decoration.
It was life size and it wouldn't fit in the trunk.
Oh, shit. It was a real, but it was real.
And
I was right, wasn't I?
So they put it in the passenger seat.
Answer the question.
He won't do it.
And then they covered him in skin.
Then
They feasted on his bones.
they went to the grocery store.
And then what? The skeleton took their groceries.
Oh, people
Yeah,
walking by the car.
Skeletons stole their groceries.
They were in the-
Yeah, that's the one.
People walking by the car thought that it was so hot out that someone was trapped in the car and they melted.
Yeah, something like that. They got out. The police surrounded their car and like wanted to take a look at that skeleton in the car.
How stupid.
I was just thinking, in Los Angeles and New York, would anybody even call the police over a real skeleton in a car?
No.
How can you take a 911 call when the person says there's a skeleton in the car in the parking lot?
I think he might be hurt.
How could you send a police officer to that?
Even if that's a crime, that ship has sailed.
You can't. Yeah, right? Like
You have to help him. He's so skinny.
you have to say, what do you think is happening here, ma'am?
Well, I think probably everyone is acting on fear in that situation.
Fear of what?
If I don't send the cops and it turns out that's the next Jeffrey Dahmer.
Of a
then-
skeleton in the passenger seat.
Yeah. That's what happened
Did
with Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah.
Wait, Jeffrey Dahmer had a skeleton in the passenger seat.
No.
He was driving around
No,
everywhere with it.
But a guy escaped from Jeffrey Dahmer's apartment and ran
Yeah.
down the street naked. And he came to some cops like, help, this guy is kidnapped me.
Yes,
stuff.
and then they helped him.
And he was
He
bleeding
wasn't a
from
skeleton.
the anus.
Yeah, but a dude bleeding
And
from
then
the anus
Jeffrey
running down
Dahmer-
the street.
Jeffrey Dahmer
Yeah,
came along.
Call the cops. A skeleton
But-
in the passenger seat of a car.
No,
Why?
You miss it. I'm saying that Jeffrey Dahmer came along and said, hey, no, he's just my boyfriend. We were just having a spat and took the guy back to his apartment and ate him.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So people are fearful of not taking action on something that seems like it would be
Wait, is
it's
that
probably
true?
okay. Yeah.
He got to take the guy back,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and the guy said, please don't take me back to the police.
Jeffrey Dahmer ate him.
Wasn't he like underage too? And that's why
Yeah,
they sent
yeah.
him back with them?
Yeah.
Like he's your guardian?
Oh, my God.
So, yeah. So when you get a call saying that there's a skeleton in the car, if you just laugh it off and hang up, what if it was a skeleton in the car?
But I just don't understand what the charges are of having a skeleton in the car.
Yeah, they could have
There
saved that skeleton's life if someone had just.
No.
Carpool violations.
No. Look, there's no.
He wasn't in the carpool.
They called him the carpool lane killer.
No, but well, first of all, if it was a real skeleton, yeah, that's a problem. You can't be driving around with real skeletons in your car.
Can you not really?
Really? I mean, unless I don't know.
What
maybe
if
you're
I own a
doctor
museum?
yeah, okay, maybe that's an excuse, but
I'm
general.
on my way to the museum. Somebody needs a skeleton ASAP.
I don't know, but it could be a problem. Is all I'm saying. It might not be a problem, but it also could be a problem. It's best to check it out and make sure.
I mean, it does kind of remind when I was a little kid and I used to spy on people like through their windows of their houses.
Right.
And then I
did?
saw.
Yes, remember? He used
Yeah.
to-
God, that's weird.
Yeah.
And I saw somebody who looked like they were dead, So I went home and got my grandma, and we went and knocked on the door, and my grandma was like, "Yeah, my grandson thinks someone's dead in your basement."
Aww.
And she just laughed and was like, "Come in." So we followed her to the basement, and it was just a stuffed man. Like, instead of a teddy bear, it was a stuffed life-size man.
Killing people's awesome.
That's pretty creepy.
That
was probably a dead person.
Everything
You were
is-
probably right.
Yeah.
A
No, we
stuffed
went.
man.
She
my
brought
ass.
us to him. It was like it looked like a shitty thing you would win at like a carnival.
Did he have doll's eyes?
Yeah,
I would imagine that he looked like that guy.
a little bit.
So
Famous stuffed man, Joe Biden.
Yeah. he's got doll's eyes, man.
They called him the stuffed vice president.
That hair's sewn on. Come on.
It is.
If you spot a murder victim in a basement, is the best idea to bring your grandma over and knock on the front door?
Depends how
'cause
tough is your grandma.
Yeah, can your grandma, like, does she know, like, any kicks or sweeps or anything?
It's your grandma with Krav Maga.
She is quite fearless.
Craw grandma.
Ooh, kind of.
11-year-old Braden Smith.
Yeah.
He had a $30 gift card to spend as he pleased.
Party.
He got as a gift. He was walking down an aisle at Academy Sports and Outdoors and saw a machete.
Yeah, you can't buy that. You're a kid. You're not allowed to have machetes.
Yeah, kids can have machetes.
No, they can't.
He goes camping all the time. He wants to chop down some firewood.
Fully no. But anyway, continue with your story.
Well, he, along with his dad, bought it.
Oh, okay. Then,
Oh,
yeah.
his dad got it, yeah.
Around 11 a.m. on Friday, he was playing Grand Theft Auto on his PlayStation when he heard someone outside, and he went to his bedroom and looked, and there was a woman and two men on the front porch.
Hmm.
They looked suspicious.
Yes,
So-
at his house.
Yeah. He called his mom, and he said, "Hey, these people look suspicious." He asked his mom to call the police.
She's like, I'm busy. Get your machete and check it out yourself.
Marijuana, y'all.
He heard a window getting smashed in, so he put down the phone in the living room and stepped behind the door.
Yeah.
And one of the guys came walking through the house. He grabbed a pellet rifle, which Braden knew had no pellets in it. And when the man came to where Braden was, he peeked through the door with the rifle. He grabbed the machete from the kid.
Yeah.
And told him to go sit on the ground in the closet,
Oh, no.
which the kid was like, okay, and he went to go do it, but the guy turned around, so he grabbed the machete, and he whacked that guy right in the back of the neck.
Oh.
Chopped him.
Yeah.
The man
Oh,
fought
Braden's
back.
an axe murderer.
Don't lose your head.
The man fought back. He kicked Braden a few times, pushed him down, but Braden swung the machete again. He missed. The man grabbed the PlayStation, but then he noticed a lot of blood was coming out of his head, so he just dropped everything and left the house. And now Braden's got a taste for blood.
Wait, he wants to kill more people?
I don't know.
We need to put Braden down.
I added that
did the
last
dude die?
part, but no, I don't think so. But there's a lot of blood on the floor and stuff. I
But
don't
he
know if they
fucked
caught
him
the
up.
people. Yeah, he fucked him up.
Good.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I think it's good when little kids fuck up adults. When
Yeah.
adults are doing bad things.
give your kids machetes.
I got a free one on an adult once with nunchuckers. I hit an adult right in the face with nunchuckers because he pushed my mum over. So.
How did you know how to use them properly?
Well, no, yeah, enough from watching Enter the Dragon a bunch of times. I definitely knew how to flick. I definitely knew how to. Holy shit! I definitely knew how to flick it.
Flick it.
I knew how to. I had it in my armpit, and I knew how to flick the shot out so it would hit you. But
Oh,
I
you
was,
did it proper from the pit.
Yeah, I came in from the backyard because I got it out of the garage, and I came through the kitchen in the backyard and into the living room. And by the time he turned around, I just went bam right in the fucking forehead.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and then he dropped to one knee, and I was gonna rat-a-tat-tat him, and my mum was like, "Don't hit him anymore." And then he could have beaten me up, but he was, he knew that I was an hysterical child who was like, "Stay away from my mummy," and I
it
hit
was
him.
correct.
Yeah. But I did get him. It fucking felt good as hell. I was pumped on it.
In other testicle news,
Broom handle nunchucks, mate. Old school.
from Metro UK with additional reporting from George Prentice, the locked investigative team, Adri Edmo, 31, scrubbed her hands with soap and hot water before breaking blades from the shaving device and cutting her into her own balls.
Wait, you said she had balls.
Yes.
You said she's a she.
She had balls.
Eyeballs?
No. Testicle balls.
Matzo balls.
She was in prison.
Get these balls.
Meatballs.
So she took her shaving apparatus and cut into her testicles.
She doesn't have testicles.
She wrote a note to the prison staff at Idaho State Correctional Institution.
Why does he keep doing?
Saying, I do not want to die, but I am a woman, and women do not have these.
Wait, you're saying she's trans?
Her attempt at castrating herself failed, prompting her to try again. This time, she successfully removed her own testicle during that attempt, but did not get a chance to sever it from her scrotum.
Oh, so it's just an unraveled, dangling fucking nut?
Yeah, they sewed it back in.
Wait, and put him back in the men's prison?
Yeah. A judge has finally ordered her jailers to allow her to have the gender confirmation surgery, but the state is appealing that decision. Her lawyers say that such surgery is vital, life-saving treatment, and barring Edmo from having it is a form of cruel and unusual punishment, but lawyers acting on behalf of Idaho say the surgery is not medically necessary and insist Edmo is not eligible for the procedure. That's a weird one. I mean, I understand both sides of it.
Yep, me too.
I don't want my tax dollars going for a prisoner to have surgery.
How do you feel about that? The trans thing? Because I saw, the only reason I know this is because I follow. She came on here one time. The orange is the new black lady. The trans.
Laverne Cox.
Laverne Cox posted that 5 trans girls have died in the last month or whatever, but a couple of them died in prison. But I guess they died in prison. I don't know if they killed themselves but they put trans girls in men prisons. I don't know. I don't know how to. I don't know what to say.
They don't separate them.
It seems.
I always thought
I
they
don't know.
separated.
I don't know, dude. I just.
Yeah.
I thought. I'm like, if someone's gonna die in there, that's maybe maybe you got to get onto that one. But I don't understand the whole thing. Like,
Right.
It'd be weird if I was a girl and then I'm in jail with a big guy who's a trans woman who, if they really weren't, or if they get in, or if they're like they have man strength and they beat the shit out of me to death because they're stronger than me. But I guess it could be a big lady in there who could just be a straight up lady who could beat the shit out of me. But if you are a girl like Foxy, if she robbed a bank, Foxy should go to girl prison.
No, I know what you're
I don't
saying.
think she should go.
Yeah.
I mean, oh my God! You think if she went to a guy jail, you think you're worried?
Well, look, I've read but not verified that there was a thing in England where a guy who was a psychopathic criminal was like, "No, I'm a girl," and they put him in with women, and he committed crimes in the girl prison.
He was just a guy that said he was a girl.
I don't know how far along he got into transitioning, or he was cross-dressing at the very least. I think that is true. I don't know that is true. It always seems pretty simple to me. Can't you just make a little wing for the people born biologically women who identify as men and vice versa, and then just keep them separate from everybody else?
Well, I think
everybody.
I think our prison
So like,
system
it's just
is.
if you're trans, then you're in the trans jail. I mean, how many people are in it?
Yeah.
Well, even if it's a small number, like, so what? So, I was only in jail with 3 people. That's cruel. and
I just
inhuman?
realized
Like,
they
why?
probably don't have the.
You don't have the staff. You don't have the
Yeah,
money
they don't have
to
the staff
devote a wing
to have like
of,
a section just
yeah.
for trans.
You don't think that Los Angeles County could make one jail with 20 beds? That's
Aren't the jails already completely overcrowded?
Jails are overcrowded.
So how do they
and
have room for a
maybe
trans
Los
section?
Angeles does, but what about Jackson, Mississippi? What about all these other
do
places?
it statewide, or why don't you just put one prison like directly at the center of America, and every trans person that gets arrested and sent to jail has to go to that one?
Why can't you? Yeah, okay. I mean, I don't want to get into it, but if you're trans, why don't you just go to the girls' prison? I mean, it's like that bathroom thing. If you're fake trans, then you don't get to go. If you're
it's a tough one.
You've been a woman for many years and you're a criminal, you go to women's jail. Not, I'm now a woman. Oh, okay. Well, you're saying you're a woman, then we put you in women's jail. Like if you're just a lady with a penis, then you go to women's jail.
It is a kind of a weird one to work out, but I think if people just instead of
you think Buck Angel should go to jail in a men's jail or a women's jail?
Instead of thinking about it emotionally, I think they should really just deal with what reality is out there and figure out a way to go about it.
Yeah, I think the only thing that changes if you're man to female and you go to jail and you get murdered and raped because you're pretty much a lady, they gotta not let you do that. Because, let's say you didn't rape and murder people and you're just like a little petty crime, don't pay your bill, I don't know what it is, and you get raped and murdered.
Yeah, that's
not right.
Justice. It's not justice.
Everybody knows that.
So the British one, by the way, it was properly transitioning. I don't know what his name was. Her name is Karen White. Looks like a lady, and I think that there is transitioning underway to some degree or another, but committed 2 rapes and 2 sexual assaults and wounded somebody else while they were in prison. And I see that England has indeed opened their first transgender prison.
What about Orange is the New Black? Is that like just is that like a fake scenario? Because that person in that is trans, and she's protesting to get her pills on the show. So it's like there's trans people already in girls'
I think
jail.
there's different situations in different states.
Like so different states that already exists, but in some states, depending where you go to jail, you go in the men's jail.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, if it seems, I know Michael, you've brought up one case where it did backfire, but it seems like there's a bunch of other prisons that are already doing it where there isn't a bunch of trans women that are raping, murdering all the women in the women's jail.
No, I'm sure.
Statistically, you're probably looking at that one person versus all the other people that are in women's jails that are trans that aren't raping, murdering everybody in the prison. Because it's a TV show because it's real, because it happens, yeah? In America. That show is based off an American jail.
Well, yeah,
where
I'm
females
sure that
are in there.
situation has happened many times.
It's happening right now, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know anything about prison, but that's got to be like a thing that actually happens. So that means in some states they haven't caught up to that state, and if you go there, if you do the crime there, you go straight to the dude jail.
Yeah, I don't know what the laws are.
Well, right, but I mean, I would be looking at it
That
both
seems tough.
from the point of view of people who might take advantage of that situation to commit crime, but also people who may be taken advantage of to have crimes committed to them.
Right.
I mean, I don't want to be disgusting, but if Buck Angel goes to a men's jail, he has a target on his back in a completely different way than any other man does.
Right. Exactly. And finally, in Will's news, Cameron Jeffrey Wilson, 27, was carrying a gun in his front pocket on April 5th in Washington State when the firearm accidentally discharged. The bullet pierced both of his testicles, came out the other side, and went into his thigh. Upon arriving at the hospital, a doctor was operating on the gunshot wound when a balloon of marijuana slipped out of his anus.
Oh, man, that guy gets loose.
Police searched his car, where they also found a bag of meth. That guy's having a bad day. Turns out he was already a convicted felon, so when he was being processed into jail, he was searched and another balloon dropped out of his anus.
Of weed?
Yep.
Man, who puts weed up their ass?
I know. What the hell?
Cameron Jeffrey Wilson. He has pleaded not guilty. I don't know how you can say that was not my anus, officer.
Your Honor, this man's asshole is a clown car for marijuana.
right.
Man, that guy needs a TV show.
Oh, one other thing. It's a poop alert going on in Chicago right now. Police have issued the alert after they said someone smeared feces on parked cars and a storefront window in the Bridgeport neighborhood. There have been at least 4 incidents in this month alone. The suspect is described as a 30 to 35-year-old male wearing a black hooded sweatshirt and shitting on windows.
Maybe he's a runner.
Could be.
Is that it?
Yeah, it's Will
We'll be
Smith.
back.
Faction Talk. Sirius XM 103. Stick around. More with Jason Ellis right after this.
If you don't know your numbers, you don't know your business. That's the problem growing businesses have, all because of the hodgepodge business systems. One for accounting, one for sales, one for inventory. If that's you, you know it's a mess and it takes too much of your time and too many resources and it hurts your bottom line. You need NetSuite by Oracle. It's a cloud-based business management software that gives you the visibility and control you need to grow. With NetSuite, you save time, money, unneeded headaches by managing sales, finance, accounting, orders, and HR instantly from your desktop or your phone. That's the NetSuite. That's why NetSuite is the world's number one cloud business system. It's number one. companies use NetSuite grow 3 times faster than S&P 500. Right now, NetSuite is offering a valuable insight with a free guide, 7 key strategies to grow your profits at netsuite.com/Ellis. That's netsuite.com/Ellis to download the free guide, 7 key strategies to grow your profits. netsuite.com/Ellis.
I hate myself.
Faction Talk.
Love me some nuts.
Yeah, I mean, I'm blowing stuff. Creepy. I'm a creep. God, I need to hear it again, though.
How am I creepy?
Look in the hole.
The Jason
Ellis Show.
Ellis.
The Jason Ellis Show.
Show.
That's a good rejoin.
I like when there's just a bunch of little random unrelated
Whatever
stuff.
that was,
Yeah.
do that again.
Feel
We'll
like we're
come
heading
in
into
because
battle.
it's the end of the show. We're shooting the shit. We're just wild and crazy. Who knows what's going to happen next?
We're
you
shooting
know? We
from
never
the
know.
half wheel. Anything can happen.
Look out!
And it probably does.
It's going to be zany.
Yeah.
I will.
So first there was the Queen movie, We Will Rock You, and now there's
I like that.
Rocket Man,
I like that.
Elton John.
That was a good one.
Will the next rock biopic of a sexually ambiguous frontman be a Culture Club Boy George movie?
Nope.
Rather, it's David Bowie.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
That would be cool.
Yeah. No offense to Boy George.
Yeah.
Just Elvis. You know?
Like, is Boy George on the same level as Elton John and Queen?
No, of course not.
No.
No,
But
that's ridiculous.
he is, when those guys were homos, not saying they were homos, he was being a homo. So he might have more of a righteous. Maybe he wasn't.
I don't know about
if
that.
they
I guess
exactly
those guys
covered
were
it.
being gay, huh? But I don't know. I never saw the Elton John movie yet, but
It
wasn't
was
he
good,
hiding
but
it?
I don't remember. I don't know if they necessarily touched on that. There was certainly a decent amount of gay sex in it, but I don't know if they ever put a stamp on when he came out publicly. Like, he was out to everybody in his life.
Right. So he was, I think he said that he was bi maybe the whole time, but then there was the charade of him marrying a woman.
Yes, they did cover that.
Yeah, I don't know when I feel like by the time I was a kid, I guess we knew. Like, the I'm Still Standing video is just him in like a white like plantation owner suit with a bunch of dudes in Speedos swimming all around him. Like, that one was
That means
pretty clear.
nothing. I mean, to people who were, and you're coming out of a uneducated time of all of that shit. People thought Liberace was straight, man. They never even crossed their
Frank
mind.
DeCaro was in here showing people doing halftime shows dressed as ladies, and nobody caught on to that.
Yeah, I'm telling you, people thought Liberace was going to marry somewhere over the rainbow lady.
Well, I know that's true, but Elton John and Liberace are slightly different eras.
Absolutely, but I still think people believe what they want to believe.
I just feel like there was a time there, you're right, when you were sure he was gay to his friends, but we didn't know he was gay.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
The
that time-
consumer did not know. We
Right.
had no idea.
Even a band named Queen, I'm telling you.
We didn't know.
Didn't know.
Man, I didn't know Boy George. I didn't know George Michael. You know what I mean? Because you're talking about the people that purchased his albums. When I was young, when he was in his prime, when he was the biggest thing ever when I was a teenager, I didn't know.
Did you ever watch that movie Mannequin?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Where the mannequin turns into a real hot chick?
Yep.
You didn't know Meshack Taylor was gay?
Is that Hollywood? The black guy, Hollywood? I just was like, oh, I like this guy. He reminds me of my Nana.
He's sassy.
I just thought, like, all gay dudes, I was like, oh, I like these guys. They remind me of my Nana. they like sparkly things and fancy dresses.
Everybody who's a little homophobe should take a note. It's just like just think of them as your Nana.
The George
That
Michael
didn't work,
one.
did it, Will?
No.
Yeah, all right. I was just trying to help.
Yeah.
I failed.
Obviously, people are, culturally, pop stars just keep pushing the envelope. George Michael did kind of take it to a different level, I think, than even Elton John or Queen. Like, his solo stuff was really, really, really gay. I reheard that song, One More Try, that teacher, there are things that I don't want to learn. Like, that's just not a love song to a woman. There's
How
just
do you know
no
that?
way, shit. You just listen to it. It's
Oh, okay.
clearly a relationship between, to me, it sounds like a gay man dating an older gay man.
Did he date an older? Was his boyfriend old?
I don't know. I saw him in concert one time at the Superdome.
Was he
was
awesome?
Great. It was awesome.
Was he gay?
I can't be sure.
Right.
I bet she was.
We can only speculate.
So yeah, I don't know. They're making a Boy George movie. No, of course it's not going to be on the same level as Elton John.
Are they
going to
put the bit where he ties those people down in the cellar?
I hope
and
so.
them?
I hope so.
Has to.
Right? That's because what happened there. And what about where he invented the candle wax pouring over his bald head look? How did he come up with that? I want to know.
He's lived a crazy life.
Yeah.
I've heard Billy Idol tell stories about him. I mean, he's very well respected in the UK.
Godlike, even.
Okay.
I don't know.
He's on the quib.
Yeah.
So the reason why I'm bringing this up,
This is the one where it sort of becomes, you know how they did the NWA and then they did the Park one, and the Park one was like, meow.
Yeah.
It kind of seems like these are cool, and then you're gonna meow it with the Boy George.
Yeah, that's a trend with everything. Like when you find something works, like, oh shit, that thing they did works. Let's all do that, and it'll just keep going until it.
I
falls
just
off.
realized I didn't catch on that it was let's do gay rock stars doc shows. I didn't realize that was the part because I just saw it as.
Well,
I didn't even think that the Queen. I've only seen the Queen one, and I didn't think they represented him being gay at all.
Really?
And I thought it was just it's about Queen. I didn't really care. I didn't catch the whole. It's just that dude was gnarly, and he went through a lot of shit to get to be the singer. I didn't catch that much gay in the movie, really. You know, seemed like he was pretty.
Well, how much
busy
does that?
Telling people to fuck off and
Yeah, I mean, how much does that play into like what we know or need to know about his life? You know.
I just didn't see. It just didn't seem like. I don't remember thinking much about the gay thing.
I do
just
remember
thinking he did. You know, wow, what a crazy singer. And is that really true? Did he really say that about his teeth to those people to get in the band?
Before I had seen Bohemian Rhapsody, I remember seeing people being critical that it wasn't gay enough. And then I remember watching it and being like, oh, that's pretty gay.
I think maybe because I can understand that because they show one thing of the bathroom thing where it's kind of like he might have or he might not have. But I think it was more of, and it showed that he was, you know, in love with a lot of women. But I don't know if that was the case. That's just someone told me because I don't know. I didn't meet him either. What was somebody that said, fucking Nathan Fletcher was in here saying that the Elva show, the Elva movie about Jay Adams, and Jay Adams was like, nope, that's not what I did, and was all bitter about it. So
Yeah.
we don't know because he's not alive. We don't know if that was really the story.
And they also did The Dirt, the Motley Crue biopic.
well, that was completely authorized. Like that was based on their own book,
And they're
those guys-
all alive.
Those guys were involved with making it.
Elton John, I think, was a producer of Rocket Man.
Yeah, that's for sure got his.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Whereas Dogtown, you're talking about basically it's a story of three guys, and one of them's making the movie. It would be
Right.
almost crazy if all three of them looked at that story and remembered it the exact same way.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So the reason why I'm bringing this up is because, I mean, who knows if this movie will ever even get made. Lots of things are in production. But Boy George said that he would be flattered if the actor who portrayed him was Sophie Turner, better known as Sansa Stark from Game of Thrones.
Huh.
Oh, they totally do look like
It's
each other. That's
crazy,
crazy.
right?
Wow, how did he know that? I guess you do know your doppelganger, huh?
Yeah.
Just weird to know. I guess if you're a gay guy, you more likely you could catch it in a girl.
Mhm.
Maybe dudes aren't looking for their female doppelganger.
And she tweeted, "I'm so down." I mean, that actually makes me
Oh, that's
want them
awesome.
to make it. She looks so much. I saw another side by side.
Yeah, now I like it.
It might be further down in the same story, Bennett. Look at when he's younger.
Holy shit.
It's fucking crazy how much he looked like Sansa Stark.
No,
He looks like Arya.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
my
He looks
God.
like Arya. He looks like Arya. When he's young.
Wow.
They should get Arya and then hand it off to
Yes.
Sansa.
That would be hilarious.
That is
It's crazy,
really cool.
right?
Yeah. Perfect timing.
Yeah.
Go for it. I'll watch it.
That's what I say.
What about the guy that on Deplane? You know the guy Deplane guy?
Yeah,
I
Hervé
saw that
Chase,
movie,
yeah.
man.
Wait, he has a movie?
Yes.
Yeah, and
Who plays the movie? Who's him in the movie?
Tyrion.
Yeah, the guy from Game of
Shut
Thrones.
the fuck up!
Wait, hold
I was
on.
saying they should make a movie about that guy right now. And you're saying they already made the movie
yes, and
about
it's
it?
great.
Yes,
Okay.
My Dinner with Hervé.
Yeah, it's great. I
Oh,
love that
the
movie.
person who wrote that, I think, is writing the Boy George movie.
Oh, yeah? Oh,
okay, that's
cool.
going to the top of my list.
Crossing lots of
I
streams
gotta
here.
see that movie.
It's really...
My Dinner with... wow.
It's interesting, man. I really thought that movie was really interesting.
No way.
Okay,
Yeah.
that goes right below.
It's a true story.
A talking horse.
Well, I fucking hope so. I want to know the fucking movie. I want to know the life of the little guy.
No, but
Wait, it's not a movie about the little guy, or it is?
Well, it is, but what it is
not true?
No, it's true. I just said that. What I'm saying is it's this reporter goes out to do a story on him.
Yeah.
And this is the actual story of what happened on that trip, which does cover like his life and stuff, and it's fascinating. You will not believe that this is true, and it is true.
Is it about him though?
Yeah.
Okay, it's not about the guy. Okay, well, it just looks like it might be more about the dude that's trying to find him or something.
No.
It's about the dude.
He has no trouble finding
And
him.
it's based, and it's a true story.
Yes. Absolutely true, and you're gonna freak out about. Don't find out anything else about it. Stop playing.
Yeah, stop. I don't know.
Stop playing it. You got to watch it just blind.
I'm totally gonna be. That's great.
Yeah.
So it's made up.
Yes.
It's all picture. It's all
Yes.
fake, just like small
And
people.
It's
Do
all
they-
about the reporter. They don't say anything about the little guy in it.
They don't cover Man with the Golden Gun.
Nope, not at all.
They should have got Dinklage
Damn.
for that. Then I would have watched it.
Yeah, they should have. or that guy from Game of Thrones.
He's not real. Just like the dragon in that movie.
CGI.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's that small.
Was one of the dragons named just like Dragon?
Drogon. Yeah.
Was it?
It dug deep for that name.
Yeah, it's kind of. Because I read an article about the guy that did all the languages for that movie.
You know, in another language, Tully, you know what that means.
What does it mean?
Dragon.
Wow.
Wow.
I speak a little Dothraki.
Yeah, but that's a job. Somebody has to make up languages for.
Yeah, I
movies
remember
and
when
stuff.
Jason Momoa was hanging out here, he was saying that they had like a full-on language that they learned talking to each other, and it's not a language.
That's
But
insane.
they made it up, and he said it. He had a script. He did it.
And what's the deal? Those guys that speak Star Trekian?
Klingon.
Yeah, Klingon. Is that how much of that language was made up by the show, and how much was made up by
Actual
some-
Klingons?
So yeah, yeah.
Well, it's
by,
like
by the
question
real
on everybody's
Klingons.
mind.
It's like you said.
How
There's
much of
somebody
that
who's
was real.
someone whose job that is. There are people that are tasked with just creating.
Is there enough
Languages.
to communicate with somebody with it?
Yeah, people
Okay,
do
well,
that. That's what
well,
I'm
then
saying.
that is so. That means that we could invent our own language if we wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
Of course.
do it.
I guess Australia kind of does that. It's
Probably
like,
expensive.
it's
What?
like you know
What?
when you do
No.
like
You can't just go on Fiverr and pay a guy
No,
$5 to
we
create a
make
whole
it
new
up.
language.
We do it.
yeah,
it's
you
so
do.
time consuming.
But
Cats
it's
are
like-
dogs, but dogs are cats.
What about Brad Pitt in that one movie where he can't talk very good, but he's apparently that's how people talk in that country.
Yeah.
Benjamin Button.
He speaks pigeon.
Yes, Benjamin Button, you fucking asshole.
Lock,
Fight
Stock,
Club.
and Two
Yes.
Smoking Barrels.
yeah,
Snatch.
yeah, snatch.
Yeah, he's pikey.
Yeah, Pikey's. But you know,
Yeah,
when
he's
you
got a
talk to
dag.
when you talk to the greatest Pikey of all, king of all gypsies,
Mm.
you can understand him.
Yeah.
So what's up with this next level Pikey? It's kind of like super outback Australian guy, and then you meet full bush Arca, like you go what? But so I feel like that maybe there's the same with every country. Like Brazil has a slang dude, and then there's like right in the deep of it all, there's a guy that has crazy slang that if there's dudes that are uppity Brazil guys that can't understand his Portuguese.
Yeah, well, we've
Yeah.
played clips before of like
Glasgow.
Scottish guys who can't be understood.
Yeah, Glasgow. I mean, other people in other parts of the country, a lot of the time.
See,
can't
that's where I
understand
feel like
that.
Australia. That's the mongrel of Australia. No offense to Glasgow, but that's what it is. Like where I mean the Cockney, no making sense, talk fast, ramble shit is it's that blood.
Yeah.
Everything that is getting shortened with and put a Y on the end of it. That's all your fault.
It's cool.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Willie?
real cool.
Enjoy the rest of your day, everybody. Don't die.
Willie.
The king of the afternoons isn't just on the radio.
They've been all around the world, and no one's ever told us how many M&Ms they can fit in their foreskin.
Stay informed and catch up on all the behind-the-scenes footage by following them on Instagram at Wolfmate.